Hey everybody and welcome! Today we're going to be reviewing Aladdin and Hook. Joining me today is, of course, Inga here.
Hello.
And of course we have Billy Peddle and Pugineer 2020. Rod Guy was unable to join us because he has a birthday party he's attending to for his cousin. So of course, for his cousin, happy birthday. So here we go, and we're going to get started on the review. We're going to be doing Aladdin and Hook, two films that, in my personal opinion, thank you. I don't know why I'm tongue twisting today, but yeah.
Robin Williams films.
Yeah, basically some of his best.
Yeah. Let me just
and of course we also decided to do one animated, one live action.
Okay.
So it'd be pretty interesting.
All right.
Okay, first of all, what is your history with these films? I think it's kind of obvious for the Aladdin one, that one we all watched
when we were kids.
Yeah, and then you were watching with me when I was a kid, so
we just like the whole, that show and anything that applies to it. And Robin Williams.
True.
Well, also, I don't know, we were really young when that came out, and Morgan and I got to go see that with our Grammy in the theaters. That used to be our thing. She would take us to go see movies in the theaters, and we actually went to go see Aladdin. It was released a couple weeks before he had his, major back surgery, so that was the last movie we got to go see for a while all together in the theaters, so that was a fun memory. And then, yeah, it's an awesome movie that we love to see. But we always take the opportunity to watch it whenever it's on, so.
Oh, yeah. For me, but yeah, this was, the reason why I watched these films is mainly because of Robin Williams. He does such a fantastic job in both these films. It's definitely interesting.
Yeah.
Alright, so, we're going to start off with Aladdin first, and then we're going to go straight into Hook. So, this is going to be very interesting to say. So, what do you guys predict your scores are going to be for this movie?
Aladdin?
A score of 1 to 50.
I'm going to say a 42.
42? Alright. What about you, Billy?
Go ahead.
What about you, Inget?
I'm gonna go 50.
You gonna go 50? Alright. What about you, Billy?
Yeah, you chose two of my favorite movies.
That's hard, because, seeing it as a kid, it, totally shaped, it was part of my childhood. It was the most interesting, unique, thing I'd seen, most colorful, vivid thing. But as an adult, there's a total different element to it that really bothers me.
Mm-hmm.
As an adult, yes.
As an adult, yeah. And,
I'm not an adult yet, so.
Well, it's really kind of scary. I mean, I find it very,
the villainy is really intense in the movie, yeah.
And I would think that,
But that's not my issue.
But that's not your issue,
No.
is that what you said? No. But I do feel...
What is your issue?
What is your issue? Yes.
Yeah, what is your issue?
What is your
You want me
major-
to say it's with the story? You guys want me to talk about
Okay,
that
well,
now,
wait,
or
we'll
wait?
wait, we'll
till we
wait.
get-
Okay, wait.
Still, what is your score, though?
So I have, on a personal level, I would give it a 35 now as an adult, but as a kid it would be 150. So I don't know how to find the median with my score.
How dare
at the
you grow
moment.
up? How dare you?
Maybe 43?
40,
Alright, so maybe 40.
38, I don't know. 40.
I would say 40, yeah.
40.
Be a good middle for you. For me, I'm gonna give it a 45. Even I don't think that this movie is fully perfect. I'm gonna say that even though the Disney Renaissance was amazing, there's only one movie of the Disney Renaissance I ever say was perfect, and that was Beauty and the Beast. I do not think Lion King's perfect.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I love
Wait,
Beauty and the
why
Beast.
is The Little Mermaid not part of this Renaissance? Because that movie is a masterpiece.
I personally don't like that movie.
I
I
love...
get you.
That's from Inga and I's childhood. She
Yes,
was
I love-
the first
I'm
Disney
sorry, I
princess
don't
we
like that
fell in
movie
love
at
with.
all.
I love it. I love it.
Well, you know what, Nathaniel? It doesn't like you either. Sorry.
I would-
Of course
I'm
it
gonna be nice
doesn't.
now.
I would definitely give Little Mermaid a 50 as well, or 49 at least.
I
Yeah,
have
for
to
me,
say,
I've got to give it a 30.
I have to
If it was,
say,
but hang on, We'll do that review soon, though. I promise you that. We are going to do a review of more Disney films in the future.
It's just, as an adult, you have to take into account that Disney, perhaps as a whole, was conveying stories and plot lines and characters to kids that
were really not
messed
appropriate.
up. Kind of like, it's not only is it like
but they
unreal
came from fairy tales
expectations.
that were messed up, though.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah,
but
and also, here's the thing.
they shaped us as kids, you know, and like having to like negotiate that in your mind as an adult's like, whoa, that's hella messed up. Like,
Yeah, but
you
at the
know?
same time, it's the freaking 90s. We got away with a lot more back then.
Oh, yeah. It was good. It's golden time.
That was the golden age of animation. We got away with a lot back in those days.
That's very
Wait,
true.
whoa, he's getting far away.
He's
Alright.
He's
gone to
coming.
his cave.
He's coming back. I don't know what he's getting. Probably the
I
original.
forgot the power cord.
Oh.
I forgot this computer
We
is
must
basically
have-
running low on
What is
power.
that? Infinite cosmic power.
Oh. Yeah,
Infinite,
living
phenomenal,
space.
cosmic power.
Itty bitty living space.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the lines very well in this movie. I've
I-
watched this movie way too
I
many
think I
me
know.
times.
too.
It's one of the.
Oh, you
few
just
movies-
wait. I know the hook lines, too.
Right? Oh, totally. Like,
Actually,
there's a
strange
few
enough,
that
I
you
don't
know
remember
every
too many of
word to.
those.
You might not have watched it as many times as I have.
Oh, no,
That's like my
no.
the
favorite
entire
movie of mine.
dialogue, word for word.
I've watched that movie a good amount of times, but not enough to remember all the lines. For Aladdin, though, no, that's a whole different story.
Right.
Alright, so now we're going to start off with story. And again, for what it's worth, based on the original Grimm, well, actually, technically, here's the strange thing. Strange fact. This story is not necessarily originally came from the Arabian Nights tales. The characters like Aladdin are, but not the actual story they chose for it. It was originally Chinese!
That's wild.
Wow.
Why didn't they just do a Chinese adaptation? That's cray-cray.
No, it's more because that, in a way, the cultural aspects were also fit the area they were in, which is
Arabian.
somewhere over in the Saudi Arabian territories.
Yeah, that's true.
Yikes.
So basically areas like in
Arranged marriage.
Afghanistan, Iraq,
Ugh.
Iran, those
Yikes.
areas.
Yikes.
Yeah, trust me, they,
Hi, kitty, kitty.
yeah, a lot of the governmental structure in that area was very similar to what the Chinese were going for, with more of an imperialistic mindset in that case.
Right.
Where,
Well, isn't
countries
the
at
story
time-
really taken from Alibaba and the 40 Thieves, though? Like that fairy tale?
I think
like,
they
it's
sort of
not
Technically,
actually
it's-
called
them together.
Aladdin.
No, it's more like, no, that one already got its own story. It's Aladdin 3.
Oh my god.
Wait, well, okay,
Are you
well.
okay?
You okay?
I'm like,
Don't die
I'm
on
trained.
this.
Yeah, she's trained.
Sorry.
But yeah,
No, but I mean, it was based on that. Even the first movie was based around that.
The
and
characters-
and everything. And
hold
it
on.
took
the characters are based on the Arabian Nights, but not the story itself as a whole.
Okay.
The story, surprisingly, was, again, mainly Chinese. The characters were definitely from the Arabian Nights tale.
it's sort of a mishmash.
Yeah, which is not a bad thing. It,
No,
it definitely
it's
fits
definitely
it definitely fits the world that they created. So, I honestly think that they did a pretty good job despite that.
Right.
And sure, it's not one of the grim fairy tales. Heck, if you look at Disney's Lion King, that one's based on Hamlet.
Right. Dark.
Even Little Mermaid's not even based on a grim fairy tale. It's actually based off a story over in Norway.
Right. Which was way darker than
Wait,
what they presented.
what story? There is an original Little Mermaid, like.
Yeah, original.
That's
Yeah,
different, but I don't-
the novel was created over in Norway.
Oh, okay. I read that one. I know the original fairy tale. It's definitely darker, but I didn't realize it came from Norway. I'll have to look that one up.
Oh yeah, I did some research when I was doing some of the Disney films for.
Oh, you and your research. No, I'm sorry, Dad.
That's what happens when you do film class. I got 100 on that freaking class, and I swear to God, my teacher was even impressed for how much information I found in a short amount of time.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you upset. I'm just.
Oh, no,
surprised
it's just
and
that
also a little astounded. You know more about the Little Mermaid than I do, so just forgive me.
Oh no, it's honestly a good story, the original one, but I think they kind of messed up on the whole other one. But yeah.
What do you do?
I still miss that Little Mermaid doll that Paul gave away, Dawn Marie, the one that was Nathaniel's, and you promised me, and then Paul gave it away. Sorry,
Oh,
just had to bring
yes.
that up.
Didn't they get that with the VHS?
No.
I don't know where you got it, but it was an amazing doll that I wanted, and your mom was like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
I got it from the
Rosa, you
VHS.
can't
They
have it."
were
You
selling
like,
it
so
over at
little.
that Disney store.
You were like, Nathaniel, you were
bought it.
seriously like a
Oh, you
tiny
bought it? Oh,
boy,
I thought
and
it was
they wouldn't give me the doll, and then when
I thought it was-
when you finally were,
I swear to God, I thought that was part of the VHS thing. Like they were doing some sort of
Maybe.
promotion
All I
thing.
can say is you can blame Master Chief. Not
Honestly-
oh yeah, I heard too. Then I called him out by
I
real
don't mind.
name. That's I blame you. I blame you.
I don't
Master
mind.
Chief.
I
Hey, Paul.
had the original Little Mermaid Barbie, but she was smaller than the proper Barbie, and I had Eric as well. But all I have left is Eric's head because
What did you do? Did you
Jenny-
dissect
no,
him?
Jenny's son Anthony, do you remember them? He ripped his head off.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to
Oh.
get rid of the prince entirely because I loved Eric.
Oh
so
shoot!
I
I
have his
forgot.
head.
I forgot he did that.
I still have his head.
That's weird.
What happened to the body though?
My mom threw it away. Yeah.
Oh yeah, good point.
She
Because it
probably
was macabre, and it was
mangled it
macabre
too
for us
much.
to keep around after it was
You must have
beheaded,
mangled it to
so-
the point of no return if that was the case.
I know. Well, no, he
Yikes.
ripped him into many pieces. I just
Jesus!
Bubby?
Anthony.
Oh, that's mean.
He
Anthony was a
shit.
little shit
He
though.
was a shit. Yeah.
Oh, Nathaniel, you don't even know. No.
Okay, move on.
All right.
Moving on. What do you think
Let's-
of the story?
Yeah. What do you think of the story?
Mama,
Uh,
follow the mama.
Okay, so you want me to,
What do you think of the story personally?
I think it's a little scary. I mean, it's okay, but I think, actually, the thing I like the most actually is the genie, really. But the rest, I think it has,
It's very dark.
It's very dark. So I would give it a 5 out of 10.
Wow. I'm shocked, honestly.
Well,
But-
I'm gonna be way
Aladdin
We're
is
talking about the Disney movie, right? Disney,
Yeah.
not the real one.
Aladdin,
Yeah, the
Aladdin
real one's a
was-
lot
scary.
worse.
Aladdin was never my ultimate favorite of the Disney films, though, honestly.
You never wanted a big tiger cat to yourself then, and wanted to be a princess with a tiger, so whatever.
No,
I wanted to be I needed a Raja in my life. It never happened, but I still want one.
Oh, okay.
You had Rajas. You have
several
Shadow.
They
Yeah,
were so
several
many.
versions.
Oh, stop. They were mini. Oh, I don't want to talk about Shadow. They were
I'm
mini
sorry.
cats. I need a big cat to hug.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
big
Des
one.
is next. What?
I take serious issue now as an adult with the story because all of this trauma could have been avoided had Aladdin just rolled up dressed as Prince Ali, like, "Hey, yo, boo, it's me, your boy Aladdin. You know, it's actually me." And she could have been like, "Holy moly, Aladdin, it's you." I thought it was you, but I was like afraid and confused because you came at me like all the other princes and you made references like all the other princes, and I thought you were gonna like take my crown and rule over my kingdom without me and lock me in a tower, you know, and take away my power and my voice, you know. But now that I know it's you, oh, I'm so relieved,
Yeah,
and
you should
I'm
have said
so
something
fucking into
sooner.
you, and like we can either run away together and be happy and homeless forever, or let's go talk to my pops, and I'm gonna tell him like straight up, "Dad, look, this is Aladdin. He's
This
not
is
the
who I
prince.
love."
Yeah, he's not a prince. He's a commoner, but he's like he treats me better than all the other princes combined. And I'm so into him."
Just have some communication,
And-
right?
right. And he's
Yeah.
like, he will help us make better policies for our people because he's one of them. Like food stamps, first of all, holy shit, you know. And like, and he wants to rule with me, and you know what I mean. And we can fire Jafar, and everything will be fine. Like all of this shit could have been avoided had he just been like, "Hey, yo, it's me."
Yeah, communication.
Yeah.
All right,
So that bothers the shit out of me. It really does. I'm like
Alright.
super like I can never watch this movie ever again now. Like a 3 on story on a personal level. But I'm not
Wow.
gonna give it that because as a child though it was like 110. I loved this movie. So I'm gonna try to find the middle ground.
Man, you guys are looking too hard into the plot of Disney movies. Holy crap.
It's like a trauma. It all could have been avoided. You know what I mean?
No, there was no trauma. You're just crazy. Sorry.
I'm projecting, yes, and I'm sorry. I can't
All right,
not
so
do that.
what would
as
you
an
score
adult.
it?
5.
5.
5.
Here's the
Sorry.
thing, though. The story in Aladdin's not as bad as the story in Little Mermaid. I'm gonna straight up say that because, good lord, that girl is a stupid bitch.
Whoa, that was harsh.
Oh, okay.
Ariel
I
is a
might
stupid bitch
excommunicate
who
you
never
from my
learned from her
life.
mistakes, and then eventually started acting like her father in the sequel. Yes, I watched the sequel.
I
It's
don't
stupid.
know anything about the
Oh, the
sequel.
sequel's stupid. The third movie's great, though. The third one's awesome.
I don't know anything
There's a
about
third
either of
one?
those.
Yes, it's called Ariel's Beginning. It goes back
Oh,
before,
yeah,
like,
that
everything.
one. Okay, for as much as I absolutely hate the 2 movies that came before it, that one's actually not bad.
I have no idea.
No, that one was great. That one was so
I'm
good. And
honestly
also,
shocked. I never
just
even
know
liked
that.
those.
Okay, as somebody who grew up loving the first Little Mermaid.
All right, hold on.
when
Just Inget, please. Let's concentrate on Aladdin. We'll do the Little Mermaid review sometime in the future.
Okay, you should have done that one first. You should have never brought it up. Okay, keep going.
So, what about
Okay,
you?
maybe
What were
I'm-
your thoughts on the story?
Of the story of Aladdin?
Yeah.
I still like it. I mean, I still, for what it was, I like it, and Disney tried to do what they could with it to make it good for us kids, and we're looking too far into the backstory for
You're
what
not
it is. I
changing
give it a
her
10.
opinion, in other words. Right?
Is it 1 to 10 right now?
It's 1 to 10 right now, yes.
Yeah,
Still
I'll
1 to
give it a 10 for what it is. I like it. I'm not gonna backhand the story. I feel like it did a good job, and yeah.
Ooh,
All right.
she's really not happy
All right.
with you.
Okay.
Or me.
Hold on. First of all, strange enough, this movie was definitely promoted more for boys in this
I
particular
agree,
case.
and that's another reason why it wasn't one of my favorites.
Yeah, of course.
Because I like Little Mermaid better than Aladdin by far.
Yeah, and I think
they're
that's the
two
reverse for me. I
different-
like this movie
There's
with
two
the other
different
one.
like things going on.
I
in
even
those
like
films,
Hook.
though.
I even like Hook better than Aladdin.
Wow.
I don't know. Okay, so for me, with Aladdin, I love the whole movie, but the whole thing that made it for me was the genie. He's very unique.
Yes.
He makes the whole
Right.
movie awesome. So
Yes.
True.
He's
There you go.
he's
Aladdin
my
Hold on.
biggest thing
We're
I
not doing
like.
that yet.
Will you guys give me a chance here to speak?
It is his stream.
oh my god, I'm
Honey's
so
sake.
sorry.
Thank you. Now, another reason why, yeah, that it's definitely that they definitely promote it more as a guy film in this particular case, but it doesn't matter. It had a really interesting story that combined 2 different cultures,
Right.
I agree.
Chinese and as well as Saudi Arabian, which again is not an easy thing to pull off.
No, it's not. It's
'Cause-
very
Also, I'm
unique.
just gonna stay crazy. I never picked up on the Chinese aspect of it. Like you pointed that out to me, I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch it. I had no clue.
I actually found that out on complete accident. I was reading through a lot of the information about the film, and then I'm like, wait a minute, why does this look familiar? I looked through on my buddy's channel. He does a Discord thing where he does all sorts of book references and everything. I asked him, dude, does this sound like something familiar to you? Because I swear to God, I've heard this from somewhere. He told me, yeah, this is the Chinese fairy tale.
That's crazy. It has all the tropes
What?
of a fairy tale. It really does.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for what it's worth, though, again, like I said, the story itself is not entirely bad. I think it does very good. When it gives you the scares, it gives you the damn scares.
It does, yeah.
It is willing to show you. And not to mention the whole thing about it being more of like an air of mystery of how some of these things work.
Right.
Like, yeah, 'cause
Back
you
in the
can-
day,
especially back in the day, yeah.
and it was
So-
a Wednesday. I'm just kidding.
I swear
Well,
to God
and
I swear to God you're referencing something. I don't know what. But
Oh,
besides the point, though, it is.
Dane Cook.
Dane Cook.
Thank you. But for what it's worth, though, I still really think the movie has a really decent story. Sure, it's not on par with Beauty and the Beast by far, because, good lord, that movie was
Have
already...
you read that original one?
Well, that one does give you the origin as well and stuff like that. Aladdin
Not
sort of
really.
leaves it up in the air.
Not
you know.
entirely.
No.
It doesn't
Dude,
necessarily
Beauty and
give you
the
the
Beast movie, the Disney movie, is so different from the original story. It's not even funny.
Oh, yeah, of
No,
course.
I'm not talking about the original story. I'm talking about the Disney
sorry.
cartoon film.
Yeah.
You know, it gives you the origin
Yeah.
of how the Beast became, and you know what
It actually does a really good job with the origin story here. But and
talking
also,
about Beauty and the
I like how,
Yes,
in a way...
we have digressed yet again. There,
However-
Pluginator, you all right?
However, no. There's actually a reason why I'm bringing Beauty and the Beast
I
in.
love Beauty and the Beast.
There's a reason why I'm bringing that one into this, because that one did a pretty good job with its story, with introducing the backstory of the character, how he became what he is, and all done very uniquely compared to other films.
Right.
Where in this one, you could definitely tell that it started the trope of having one of the characters in the film actually telling you the story, which, yes, it was Robin Williams telling you the story. It
Right.
was the genie, disguised as the peddler.
Oh my god, I had no idea as a kid. I was an adult. I was like, holy shit, that's the same guy. The Tupperware guy is Robin
Why
Williams.
Why do you think he did the same thing in the third movie?
I never saw the third one.
Wait, no, I'm still talking about the first one.
I know,
It was
but
a
he did the same
Revelations
thing
he did as a
there.
kid.
Yeah,
Wait,
in
what?
Aladdin 3, King of Thieves, he actually did the ending of that particular story, finally finishing off the 3-part tale. And also...
Oh, I don't remember. I know he was also the voice of the genie in that movie, but I don't remember details. I haven't watched any movie, but I guess I watched the first 2 Aladdins a lot. Also Return to Jafar, but that's...
Yeah, here's the thing, though.
Return to Jafar?
Yeah, it's when he comes back and tries to kill everybody. Also, one more thing. Hold on. I gotta reference this, though, before I continue talking about the story. The voice of the genie in that second film was actually voiced by Homer Simpson.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
I thought there was a
Catherine
whole, like, scandal because it wasn't Robin.
Oh, yeah.
No, but okay, they couldn't have picked anybody better than the guy who... Like, you can sometimes hear it, like, you know what I'm talking about. You listen, and then he'll yell, and you can hear a little bit of Homer, so you can tell it's Homer. But he also does a good genie.
Oh
so
my
it's
God.
like,
He actually did that in the cartoon as well.
That's
but,
insane.
But as you can see, though, that's really hard to decide because when it comes to story intros, this one, I believe, kind of started the whole trope of the
narration.
One of the narration, because you see that in a lot of other Disney films. Hunchback of Notre Dame is another one that I love, but at the same time, that one also had Clopin literally telling the story from there. I feel in a way it started that particular trope, which is not a bad thing. And thank God they didn't abuse the hell out of it. But it's definitely that. So if you want me to give you a good rating, I would say an 8. I'm not going to entirely say it's a full-on 10, but they did pretty good with what they had.
Right.
I can hear your dog call, Domery. Stop it. We can hear all that. No.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's not a dog
She's
call.
calling
That's
the
kitty.
cat.
Baby.
Really? I thought it was a doggy call. You like your dogs more than your cat, so...
Come here, kitty, kitty. That's how you do it. Here, kitty, kitty.
He talks to her all the time. She talks to him all the time.
Because that's her daddy and she loves
My cat talks to me when she wants food, and otherwise she doesn't care.
Up we go. There you go. See?
Okay,
she's right
so-
here, everyone.
That's baby.
That's my little kitty right here.
Oh, I want to pet her. I can see her almost in my mind. In my mind's eye.
Yeah. All right, go on, sweetie. All right.
Aw.
Now, here we go on to characters. Now, this one I think is going to be a full-blown 10. I wish I could say that.
Oh, how dare you already.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Robin Williams takes over the movie entirely.
Oh, he's like a 50.
He
all
always
by
does
himself.
that.
Yes.
That's his
Yeah,
job
he's a 10
as
on-
an actor.
And also, I love the villain. Jafar is amazing. This is during the
I know.
This is the golden age of Disney villains.
He was an intense villain.
He was.
'Cause remember,
He scares the crap out of
because
me.
here's the thing. Exactly, that's
He
his
is
job.
so dark.
Here's the thing.
They were not afraid to go deep with him.
Here's the thing. In my personal opinion, the last decent villain we ever got in Disney, before, of course, Dr. Facilier,
Right.
was
Oh,
bless you.
I'm sorry.
It was
Wait,
Hades.
is that the guy from Princess and the Pea, or Princess
Princess
and
the Frog. Yeah, Princess and the
Facilier?
Frog.
Okay,
Voiced
sorry,
by-
I was trying to remember his name.
Yeah, voiced by Keith David, by the way, who's also the voice
No,
of...
also does the
arm
voice of the
a
cat
little
Coraline. He's amazing.
He's also the voice of Goliath from Gargoyles.
What?
Oh my god, he blew my
And
mind.
he's
Oh
also
my
the voice of
God.
Spawn
Oh my god.
from the Marvel series.
That's insane. My mind just exploded.
That's
into
He's also-
information
and of
right
course,
there, I didn't know.
he's also the voice of Captain Anderson in Mass Effect.
I do not know what that means, but
The-
sounds impressive.
Oh,
The
I
video
need to
game
play that
trilogy.
game. Oh my god.
Baby,
That's
what
on my
is it?
list to replay. It's out right now. I need to replay it.
Yeah, I recommend it. But going on to characters, though, I think, in my personal opinion, here's the thing. I honestly do not like the Sultan. Back then, I used to.
Oh,
Hold on.
I
Back
love
then,
him.
I used to. Now, I just think he's the biggest gigantic dumbass I've ever
He's
met in my
pretty
life.
Well, he's a
As a leader.
dumbass, but he's a lovable dumbass, and I love how he gets
he
knocked out
is.
and those
He's very
baby like
bouncy and
Yogos,
adorable.
but the Sultan's on the carpet. He's like, oh, I love that part. So he's so cute.
All
Oh,
right.
I love him.
Here's the thing, though.
I
Now,
think
Jasmine.
He's adorable.
All right,
Yeah.
Jasmine. She's
Wait.
in the middle for me.
Wait.
Because, on the one hand, I do like she's more independent than most characters, but at the same time, she kind of just, preaches it.
What?
Wait, are we reviewing characters right now? Is that what's happening?
Yes,
Oh my
we're
God.
reviewing
This is
characters. That's
brutal.
why
This
I'm
is a
talking-
brutal breakdown of my favorite characters. Oh my God.
Okay, she's messing with one of the plastic bags. But, yeah, she's messing with one of the plastic bags with some stuff in it, but...
I have
But
to
yeah,
disagree. with
Jasmine,
you,
again, I'm not entirely saying she's bad,
No.
but she's not good either.
compared to all the other Disney princesses, she's the most outspoken, independent, and true to herself.
That's true.
She doesn't want to be told what to do. She doesn't want to be caged.
You know,
She's
oh,
much like.
no, hold on, hold on.
Ariel
What
started
does that
too.
remind me
Ariel
of?
started that,
Oh,
and then
yeah,
Belle, and
fucking
then Jasmine.
Cinderella.
No, Ariel first, Belle
What?
second.
No.
Yes.
Cinderella's been doing that since. Here's the thing.
No.
In
No,
her
she's like a prisoner for
No,
circumstance.
no. Here's the thing.
Well, they all
Oh,
kind of
goodness.
are.
Are we talking
Here
about
we
the
go.
live action or the animated? Live action,
For
I
what?
totally agree
Animated.
of Cinderella.
I
But
have not seen that.
oh,
I
trust me,
don't- I
she's
don't know what
she's
we're talking
basically what you described. That's her.
My ears are
Okay.
ringing.
In the
Were you-
animated
Yeah,
one,
the live action. We haven't watched those.
yeah, trust me. In the animated version, she clearly didn't like it. She
Okay.
was trying to get out and everything. So
I have to say that Jasmine holds up for me just because she speaks her mind.
Here's
and
the
some
thing.
of the other Disney princesses are
She
are
actually
too
reminds
afraid
me
to.
of you.
Oh well, thank
all right,
you.
but here's the thing
Holy
though.
Shit.
Here's the thing though.
So nice.
Here's the thing though. There were better princesses during that time frame that came
I
after
think
this film
Ariel-
and before.
Compared to Jasmine, does not match up at all.
No,
she's,
no.
she's just like rolling with the circumstances she's thrown into,
Yeah.
whereas Jasmine fights
Yes.
against it, just like Mulan fights up.
Yes.
Yeah, but here's the
I
thing.
love
Her
Mulan
situation.
too.
Okay,
Here's the thing,
Ariel is
though.
a freaking mermaid with a human form for 3 days.
Okay.
Give her a pants.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay, actually, hold on.
I'm sorry.
Hold on. Hey, all right, first of all, fuck off, because I do not agree with that statement.
Okay, I'm done. Goodbye. Bye.
All right, but yeah, I don't personally like Ariel. She
Okay,
was
we
just
can
written
stop talking
poorly.
about her.
But, and then if you're comparing to Mulan, no.
No, Jasmine to
No,
Mulan,
yeah.
not Ariel. You
I know,
totally
don't.
misunderstood me.
She's way stronger of a character than that character ever would
Yeah,
be.
but
You didn't really
Jasmine's
leave,
also-
did you?
Wait, did you really leave?
No, she's fucking with you.
She better not have left.
Yeah, because we have a
No.
show.
Jasmine's also
She knows I'm
very
joking,
naive,
though.
too. You have to give her a little bit of. You can't
When it
say
come-
that
'cause-
because he gives food to the kids.
I'm
he's
not
I think
entirely
maybe
saying
just-
he's bad written. I think he's just badly voice acted.
Oh, you don't like the voice actor?
No. Oh my god. Okay.
I
first of all,
love
the guy that
Aladdin.
voices
I love
I was wondering when she was coming
Wait.
back.
I
Yeah,
love
me too,
Aladdin.
I was
But
worried.
here's the thing, though.
The guy that voices Aladdin is the same guy who was Steve in Full House. Do you remember Steve, DJ's boyfriend in Full House? That's right.
I
He's
have no
amazing.
idea.
He's Aladdin. He's always
Oh
gonna
my
be
god,
Aladdin.
no. I don't.
I
remember
just
at all.
texted you because I thought you really
Yeah.
did leave.
Yeah, but here's the
I was
thing, though.
fr-
Well
I
done,
was in
well
a
done.
silent sulk, and I was still listening. And as soon as something pissed me off, I was gonna come back on. So
Yeah, here's the thing, though. I think
that
it's just
scared
that.
me.
Here's the thing. The way
That
they
scarred me.
Here's the thing. The way they've written the character is not bad. They actually written him very well. It's just that, unfortunately, the voice acting could have been done a little bit better. Now,
Okay.
back then, I thought he was pretty freaking cool. But now that I'm older, I also have to take into the account that how well did he make those inflections? Was he convincing in some of his arguments? Because in some scenes, he's good. Other scenes, it's...
I
Ugh.
only take
You
issue
have
with
to
Ali.
appreciate this because coming from someone that had a hard time with inflection.
Right.
I mean,
Exactly.
you know,
Especially for me.
Yes.
Because I was very bad in inflections
yes, but
way
you're,
back when.
You're amazing now.
But I got so much better over time. So
Yeah.
when I hear this particular acting, I'm like, okay,
disappointed.
I'm a little disappointed. He could have done much better with it.
My only issue with Aladdin, because I fucking love him, because he just wants to love her and be with her.
Yeah, it's true.
So he's trying to do everything he can to be with her. I just wish that he didn't put on the front with Ali,
Yeah.
because that's my only issue with him. I don't have an issue with
he
the
thought
Sultan.
that was his only choice, though, because of the
I know.
laws. There was nothing he could do except for try to be
Actually,
friends
here's the
with
strange thing.
Sultan.
Hold on.
The Sultan could have fixed all that.
Actually, hang on.
It took that
like-
whole hullabaloo to get the Sultan to see that.
Hold on. Here's the thing.
That's true.
Actually, here's a little situation. If he had 3 wishes, why didn't he just wish the law away?
Well,
He didn't think of it.
Wish what away?
the law.
The law away. Why couldn't he just do that? It would have been as simple as that.
He wouldn't
He
even
didn't
needed
think
a
of it.
wish, though. If he had just told Jasmine, look, it's me, I put up this front so I could be with you,
No,
she could have gone
no.
to her dad.
Before, it wouldn't have worked. After, it did. If he got rid of the law immediately as soon as he got the lamp, then we
I
wouldn't
think
be
they
in
were
this
all too
situation
young
now,
to
would
think
we?
of that. I think they were all too young to think of that. And his immediate wish was, I just want to be with this
Everyone
girl.
has
My
flaws.
hormones are raging.
Yeah.
Give me my wish, genie. I don't think he thought to the laws, because if you think about it, I.
Oh yeah, it's stream's having a little bit of issues.
My favorite is the, of course, the genie.
Wait.
No matter what.
Yeah, the internet's
Are
having
you
issues.
there?
Yeah, we're still here.
I can't find you.
Ingot.
Oh shoot, yeah, I think we're having internet issues.
Shysta.
Everyone, give me just a second. I am gonna try to fix something here. I will be right back. Alright, so I'll be right back. I need to double check something. And how about you guys continue talking about characters? I'll be right back.
I do love the genie. I think Robin Williams perfectly encompasses
Yes,
everything that you would want in the
absolutely.
character.
He's my favorite thing
Robin
about
Williams was great in anything he did. Like,
Yes,
he's
yes.
like, okay, he's one of the actors I grew up knowing because of probably the genie. Also, even before the genie, my mom had me watching Dead Poet Society and
Oh,
like Good
hardcore.
Morning Vietnam. Like, I
Yeah.
knew his
Oh my
voice
god,
as a
I
child.
love that movie.
God, that movie is so good.
Oh my
Yes.
god, they're great.
Yep.
So I miss him so much.
I
Like,
know.
if I could bring somebody back from the dead, it would be Robin Williams and Chester Bennington. So
Who's
Aww.
Chester Bennington?
He's the lead singer of Linkin Park.
he was the lead singer of
Oh.
Linkin Park, and it was one of my. Oh my god. Also, I'm thinking celebrities. If I could bring anybody back from the dead, we got plenty of family. I would just rise from the dead. But I was thinking
we
of
know,
celebrities. I'm
we
sorry.
get you. We get you.
Just had to throw that out there because my cousin and my sister from another mother is here. So
Right. We get you.
are we still online?
We are. We're he unmuted
Ew,
us.
I'm
He's
sad.
just fixing.
We have no guidance right now. What should we talk about? We should, like, when the
Ooh.
mice is away, the cat should play? Or when the cat's away, the mice should play? That's where it goes. No.
Either way, somebody should be playing with something. And then we all get
The stream
quiet.
has gone way down in the last minute and 30 seconds. Like, whoa, we're going to stop listening now.
Right?
Oh,
I do
God.
like the Sultan, I have to say. He's very bouncy and adorable. I'm sad that he's so easily manipulated.
I love him.
But I do feel like Jafar.
I know,
he's-
but he was old and cute and fat. That's
Yes.
why. He was an old
and
man
he's
in that
bouncy.
movie. Like,
He's so bouncy.
He was adorable.
Adorable. He's like
Yeah.
floofy all over
and
the
you know what?
place.
Jafar tried to seem older than he was with that huge turban when he actually was wiser than his years, and like he was a bastard.
Yes, I didn't like him.
But as a villain, I have to say he is.
He
one
is
of the
good
most
as a villain.
dastardly. He
Yes.
is terrifying.
Yeah.
He scared the crap out of me when I was little, and even
Just
now as an
freaking
adult,
Jeremy
it's hard
Irons.
to look at him. So.
I think he voices both Jafar and Scar.
Oh, that makes sense.
Am I
I'll
right?
double check on that
Yeah.
particular info. Yeah, give me a
Oh,
second.
you go right ahead. I think I'm freaking right.
God, where's my
Ooh.
where's my phone?
Did you leave your phone?
We're not very organized today.
No, we're all over
No,
the
I
place.
never.
I've been so busy
getting
everything ready.
It's the Saturday. Why do we organize on the Saturday?
Right?
I've had like the most stressful work week. Like,
Oh.
I've had the most stressful month.
I feel like the whole universe is all like, you know what, guys? I'm fucking done for a little while. You're on your own.
Right?
Crapshoot. Have
Right.
fun.
I
yeah,
agree.
I'm gonna leave the West Coast on fire. Have fun. Yeah.
Right?
Right? I'm gonna cause World War III, possibly.
Oh,
I'm just
also
done,
you're
you
wrong.
know? Oh.
Am I?
Lord.
Jonathan Freeman
was it?
is the voice of Jafar.
Oh,
Really?
okay.
Yeah. Oh, Raja was also voiced by Frank Welker. If you guys don't know him, he is the voice of Fred Jones, Scooby-Doo.
Oh, wow.
No way.
I didn't know that either.
Wow, he could be a cat and a dog.
I actually
Impressive.
thought I did think Jeremy Irons did both him and Jafar.
Yep, and
And they have
Rajul and Farouk, I think they're the two guards, voiced by Jim Cummings.
Who is that?
He's the famous voice actor who
Pooh!
does Winnie the
That's
Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh!
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's the current voice actor for Winnie the Pooh, Darkwing Duck.
And Tigger!
Darkwing Duck. Hell
Wow.
yeah. That's awesome.
Wow, that's funny because I don't
Winnie
pay
the Pooh and
I don't pay
Darkwing.
much attention to
Awesome.
the. Well, I do if I'm sitting in a theater. You know, because I used to love to go to the theater and sit there and think and listen to try to figure out who the voices were.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, that was so much fun.
Linda Larkin was actually the voice of Jasmine.
I don't know who that is.
Maybe this, okay, the speaking voice, there's almost always a different singing voice, except for in Frozen, the girl who voiced Elsa actually sang her too, India Dazelle or whatever. I can't remember.
Nice
She's got a
catch.
pretty name, but she actually voices Elsa and sings, but
No way,
usually
that's so cool.
Yeah.
they find a different singer for any song, and it's always somebody that voices different. It's been, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, especially for
crazy.
some
Sorry.
films.
I'll-
Like,
I'll
actually, a good example of that is Mulan. The main actress did not sing her line. It was someone else.
Wow.
Yes, but the actress who voiced Mulan is one of my favorite actresses. She was in ER, like she was an amazing doctor in ER. So
Yeah,
I'm
she
sorry, I
also
just know
was
too
the
many
voice
people.
for from Final Fantasy, the one with all the phantoms. You know?
Yeah, I'm trying to
She was
remember
like
that
the
one.
first
Yeah,
CGI
Spirit Within.
character.
Technically,
We are
it was
so
her
off.
voice that was used to. That her voice was being projected by an artificial intelligence.
Right.
The first
Wait,
AI
what?
actor.
Yes. Yes. I know
Which
that
game?
much.
Final Fantasy Spirits Within.
Yes, that's the one.
I should know. I watched that
She
movie.
was on the cover. The
Yeah.
characters on the cover.
Yeah.
Of,
Okay, yeah.
Time
The movie's
or-
mediocre.
Actually,
But
Well,
the thought of
yeah.
an
No,
AI
no.
actor is impressive.
That was impressive.
okay, as a person who went to go see that movie in theaters, really excited because I was a fan of the Final Fantasy series. I was really deeply disappointed in the story of that movie.
Oh, yeah, of
so
course.
it wasn't
Yeah.
what I was hoping for.
But yeah, when it comes, actually, here's the cool thing about Robin Williams. All those acting lines he did, like some of the improvisation and everything, all done himself, improv.
That's
And they
amazing.
animated around him.
That's so cool.
And
That,
they
I mean,
both
how else
became
could you
a
get
legend, and
Robin Williams?
He made
You
the
have to
genie,
work around
so
him.
Pretty much. He made the genie
He did.
what he is.
He
and
was the genie. See, that's why I haven't even watched the live action yet, because that feels very
Oh yeah,
sacrilegious.
I cannot even imagine Will Smith. You know why
All
they
right.
did that though? Because they are not allowed to use Robin Williams because of they violated something a long time ago. I can tell you about this if you don't. If you want me to, I could go into it. Otherwise, I won't. But
Go for it.
That's depressing.
apparently, back in the day when he agreed to be the voice of the genie, I read that the conditions of that was they didn't want them to market him as the voice. They wanted it just to be a standalone. Like, hey, here's this movie coming out, and just to be a surprise that it was him, and they still made him a headliner to get the sales. So he didn't do the genie for the second movie, and they had to really convince him to come back for the third. But there was something in his will and death rights or whatever that stipulated that they cannot use his likeness or voice for the genie for a certain amount of time after
Wow.
that. So
That's brutal.
True.
Disney is such
On-
a bitch sometimes.
Oh, trust me,
Wow.
heck, look at Lion King. They got away with that one. That was technically a ripoff of Kimba the White Lion.
Right.
What are you doing over there, Taz?
no, I didn't even know that.
Could you take that plastic bag away from her?
It's got like coins in it.
Yeah, just take it away from her.
She's eating.
I know she
plastic.
probably wants to lick it. Just let it go. Just don't let her lick the bag.
Yeah, but it's also making a lot of noise.
And
Um,
annoying Nathaniel.
but
and Desiree.
Not
But,
me, really.
let me see.
I'm gonna find a noise to annoy you instead of the plastic bag.
Oh shit! I said Desiree.
Yeah, sorry.
You get calls me
but
by
yeah,
my name all the time. It's okay.
But yeah, honestly though,
I can never remember.
what do you guys think of? So what would you guys score characters? I know Ingrid already did hers. Now it's yours, Billy.
Okay. I have mad props for Jasmine. I take a little bit. Aladdin just sort of breaks my heart. I hold him in my heart. I love him madly though. I really do. I just feel like maybe Disney was showing like their flaws better than I anticipated, as an adult.
Mhm.
So and Robin Williams is, I can never give him anything but a 10 because I fucking
Absolutely.
loved him.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So I'm
We're
Watch
doing
1 hour
over-
photo
we're
sometimes.
doing
We print out 1 hour
overall.
photo.
Oh,
overall
okay.
character. Because of Robin, I'm gonna give it a 10.
All right. What about you, Puginator?
I would say the same
10.
because he's amazing. He made the movie,
You did.
in my opinion.
yeah, for me, I'm gonna be a little bit more critical. But even though I do love Robin Williams and Jafar, those two are amazing characters. I'm really glad that they're in this movie. Aladdin and Jasmine are definitely in the middle. They're more like average characters I've seen in most films. And then, of course, there's Gilbert Gottfried as Iago. We don't talk about him. So basically, that surprised me. But I'm actually gonna give this. I'm gonna give this one another 8.
Okay. Iago's a bit of an instant migraine.
He is the unfortunate migraine of this film.
Although he's
I will be the migraine of your life.
I already have enough to deal with that with my own family. I'm
you
kidding.
have to give
I'm kidding. I said I was kidding afterwards. Jesus.
The nice burn, Nathaniel. I'll give
You
it to
have
you.
to give Iago credit though, because he's villainous. He
He
comes
is.
off like he's just a dumb bird,
But
and
he's really not.
he's a total,
No, but he's actually
like,
lovable, and you don't know
formed
it. In the second movie, he
being.
proves himself, and he ends up siding with Aladdin and Jasmine and letting Jafar go. So you stop it. I love it, Iago.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, he actually kills Jafar.
that's true.
That's true, yeah.
All right.
It is true, damn you.
All right. Let's go on to music.
Oh, solid 10.
Yeah, 10.
Okay.
One of the
For
best
as much as I
soundtracks I've
heard
ever
these
heard in my
songs,
life.
here's the thing. I've heard these songs over and over and over and
Right.
over again on the radio. I'm getting sick and tired of hearing them.
Oh,
Hold
Yeah,
on.
but you can't base it on that.
But I'm
though.
not
Oh
basing
my
on. I'm
God.
not basing on that
Yeah.
though.
wow.
It's just that
Man, what radio are you listening to now, Nathaniel? I'm not hearing this shit anymore. Like,
No,
there's
back
actually
in
a
the day.
Disney radio
Disney
station that
radio.
actually I
Disney
found. And I
radio!
swear
that's
to God,
your
I
bad,
hate
though.
it.
You gotta listen to local radio, not Disney. They will pay the same shit over
Excuse
and
me,
over.
though,
So.
Oh yes, they will.
Hey, Disney radio is kind of fun sometimes. It's happy 90% of the time.
Here's the thing: they played that freaking stupid song from Frozen for the last 3 years.
It's been the last 10 years. They haunted our lives with Frozen since it's been out. They actually removed an Aladdin ride from Disneyland for fucking Frozen. So I'm just still mad.
Oh,
like,
seriously?
They
That's
did.
dark.
But yeah, overall though, the music is still a 10 for me because
Oh, yeah.
the music itself, all of it is really good. And my personal favorite is "Friend Like Me" because
Oh, it's
good lord,
amazing.
yeah, it's one of the best ones I think.
A Whole New World is probably one of my all-time favorite songs ever in a movie, though.
oh, they're
it's just
all great. You know what? I
uplifting and
also
happy.
have fond memories of. I had the Sega Genesis game that had the original soundtrack, so I was playing through those levels and listening to the music, and I was singing along, and Morgan and I were like, da 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 da. It was awesome. Like, I remember those games so much. Like,
True. All right, so what would you give the score of 1 to 10?
Who?
Inget. Let's start with her. 10. All right. What about you, Puginator?
Are we on music?
Yeah.
10. 10, 10, 10.
All right, so pretty much a 10. And of course, Billy Pell, I'm guessing yours is a 10 as well.
Mine's a 10.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. All
I
right.
love it when people cover their songs and.
It's
you
actually
know,
amazing
the
how many
soundtrack
songs.
is so distinctive. It's great.
Yeah, it's actually kind of strange to how many times these songs have been covered,
Oh,
including
yeah.
by actual artists.
Right, right.
Neo actually did a cover of "Friend Like Me."
Oh, no way. I'm
there's
still
a
looking
lot
that
of
up
Disney
later.
songs that have been
Holy
covered.
crap.
Like, the Disney songs are like the best. There's a lot of covers. It's awesome.
You want to know the strange thing is? You want to know what the Disney song that was covered the most?
What?
Do share.
Hellfire.
Oh my god, no way.
Which one is that?
From Hunchback of Notre Dame. It
Oh.
is Judge Claude Frollo's villain song. The greatest
Oh,
villain
yeah,
song of
that's
all
one
time,
Disney movie
and the
I
one
have
that's
not
been
seen
covered the
enough.
most.
That I haven't seen enough. I've maybe seen that one once. That's on my radar. I need to watch it again because it's one of Mr. Inget's favorites. So,
Yeah, it's actually a very dark film.
Remember.
All right,
hey,
so
don't you talk smack. I can hear you down
She
below your
said
voice.
you're
I
good
can
at
barely hear you, but I know what's
remembering.
happening.
She said
No,
you're
it's-
good at remembering.
Yeah.
Oh
was
no,
a-
just this one time. Besides, I call you guys everything else. I remember Mr. and Mrs. Inget. I don't remember what your names are, damn it. You're my family. You are my beloved family, and I call you by your God-given names. I'm sorry.
Ow! I just bought my freaking. Oh!
What? Are you okay? What did I do to you? I'm sorry.
No, I just popped my neck all the way down to the middle part of my spine.
It's
Oh,
that
yeah,
kind
that's
of day.
awesome.
Ow.
I
It's
wish
that
I
kind
could
of
do
stream.
that. I'm so
Oh.
wishing I could pop my
It's little
neck.
people.
All right.
Can you send that poppage to me so I can pop my spine?
I'll try to. Maybe. Let's go on to design. Please, because right now I'm in a lot of pain right now. It hurts.
Okay, let's keep going, you old man.
I feel like an old man compared to my own family, so
I'll
that's
give
saying a
Design
lot.
an 8.
Oh my god, cry me a river. I'm so much older than you know, and so is your mom.
You don't have scoliosis!
An 8?
Okay, a 10. 9.
No, actually, I'm actually gonna give it a lower score. For as much.
For design?
No. Hold on. Just
This is spite us.
hear
You're doing
me
it on
out,
purpose.
please.
I'll do a 9.
For one thing, the 2D animation is brilliant. That's not what I'm complaining about. It's the damn CG.
Okay, well,
You talking about CG
when it
in a
came out-
1993 Disney movie? Really? Are you kidding
Yeah,
me right
you
now?
have
When
to
it came
consider.
out.
Hold on. Look
That
at Beauty and the
wasn't
Beast that
CG, it
came
was still fucking
a year
animation.
after.
Don't
A
even
year
get me
before.
started.
A year before.
Made after-
Little Mermaid surprisingly had good CG. Great Mouse
No.
Detective.
No. Whoa.
Movies that came
Those
before this
movies
film,
are not
and
CG.
all of them had
they're
amazing
not,
CG.
They're nothing computer. They're all animation. That did not come for a while. You're
Okay,
talking about CG that doesn't exist.
We have no
no.
self-control.
No.
Jesus.
Alright, hold on. Here's a few examples.
I'm
CG,
frightened.
hold on. CG used in The Great Mouse Detective. It was in the London
I knew
Bell.
this was not a
It was
good
the London Tower. You know, the
What,
clock
just
tower.
cover your ears.
That was
Cover
actually
your ears.
CG. Little Mermaid 2 was mainly during some of those. Actually, no, wait, no. Oh
Little
no, wait,
Mermaid
I'm
2?
thinking. Sorry, never mind. Little Mermaid didn't have any of that. Thank God. That's actually one thing I'm willing to give credit
I was
for.
gonna say, I don't know.
Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast. Ballroom.
Right.
The ballroom actually did have CG.
Can I interject though? Can
Yeah.
I give you my score?
Please do.
Okay. So I want to give it a 10 because I have to say when this movie came out, it was the most vivid, unique, colorful. The architecture is crazy. I never saw anything like this movie in my childhood and actually since compared to all the other films that came out.
This
Yeah.
dazzled
It's
us as kids. This
wildly
is like
unique.
the peak of Disney.
Yeah.
Like
It was.
It was The Little Mermaid, then Beauty and the Beast, and then Aladdin. I was like, oh my god! And then
Yeah.
Lion King was kind of good, but it's like, wow, like what's going on here?
Even the
Right,
CG
right.
was better in Lion King than it was in
Yeah,
this
but
one.
don't
Because
judge
they
it just
exploited
on
it
Let's not go
the
there.
best one.
Don't
best
judge
part.
it just on that. Look at how
The
unique
love
it is
story
compared to
in
all the
Aladdin
others.
was better,
you know?
so I'm sorry. I
Oh,
would
yeah,
rather
of
human
course.
love than tiger love any day.
Whoa.
First
I'm
of
not
all,
going
it's
that
lions.
far,
Get
but-
the animals right.
Sorry,
Ooh.
lions, tigers, bears,
bears,
oh
oh
my.
my.
I would rather
What was that line from?
The Wizard of Oz.
from everywhere in history. I
Fuck.
don't even know where it comes from.
I am actually really ashamed of myself.
You
I didn't.
should be.
Good lord, I love that
Jesus.
movie. For God's sake.
Wait, no, what? Where does that actually come from?
The
well,
Wizard
the
of
Wizard of
Oz.
Oz.
What is wrong with
Really?
you people?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay, I'm
Christ.
sorry, because it's been used my whole life. I can hear my mom and my grandma saying it, not Dorothy, so World of Cowardly Lion, so whatever.
All right. That's
Yeah.
fair.
But yeah, I'm gonna give it a 9, like Puganeer did, because again, like I said, the CG was the only thing
That
that kind of
bothers you.
bothered me.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it felt a little out of place.
It does
Where
stand
everything,
out.
where everything
does
else
stand out.
was just absolutely brilliant.
Right.
I feel like they kind of abused the. Luckily enough, they didn't use too much of it, thank God.
Right.
But when it did show up, it was
very
unfortunately
distinctive.
very noticeable, which is not necessarily what you should have.
You notice
in a
it straight
film.
away instead of it being seen.
Yeah, where in movies like Great Mouse Detective, where they did the CG, they did it right by showing the inside of the clock tower in London.
Right.
Or in, of course, Beauty and the Beast, they did it in the ballroom to make it more grand. They showed the
Right.
size and scale of it. This one, you saw the structures in there, and it just didn't work out
It's
personally.
a little distracting.
Yeah.
I agree.
Why
I'm
would
really
why'd
happy
you?
that you've mentioned Great Mouse Detective a couple times, because I feel like the very underrated Disney movie that's always been one of my favorites. So
Oh,
I'm
hell
glad
yeah.
you recognize it and like give it nods. So that's awesome.
Oh yeah. What about you, Puganeer? Why did you give Design 9?
No reason.
Really? You don't really have a reason why you gave it a 9?
Oh.
Well, I just think, I just think,
Just pick the number and went with it.
yeah, I just went, yeah, pretty much.
It's just not. It's not.
I
my
love you so
favorite.
much.
It's just, yeah, it's just not my favorite movie, so it's hard for me to. I'm giving it a 9, which is great for me because it's not my favorite,
Right.
It should be because it has Robin Williams, and everybody should be his
but
favorite.
well,
or have him as a
he's my
Sorry.
favorite. He is my favorite.
Rest in
But
peace,
that's
dude.
what.
I know, man. It was just past his anniversary, like recently. Like I'm super sad about it still.
Oh yeah.
I remember the Legend of Zelda commercials that he was in for the
I know.
3DS versions of Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask.
Zelda because he's such a fan, and she was in the commercials with him. His Zelda, that was amazing.
Yeah,
I miss him so much
his
as an
daughter's
actor and a
named
performer.
Zelda
Like,
Williams.
he's so
Oh,
amazing.
that's right. That's right.
As named it after the Princess of Hyrule.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, him and his wife loved the original Zelda so much they named their firstborn daughter
That's
that.
so adorable.
Yeah.
It's actually
It
really
is,
awesome.
and the fact that they did commercials together promoting a Zelda game that came out before his death, it was just, it's semi-sweet, bittersweet looking at that stuff now.
Okay.
Like, it's amazing, but like, man, I miss that guy so much.
Actually, here's something funny, and I actually found this while I was playing Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. There's actually a character that looks like Robin Williams in that game.
Oh, how sweet.
Where?
He's riding on a horse, I think somewhere in the middle of Hyrule, somewhere in the valley. I remember last time I saw him, he was in a almost like a very sloped valley, and I actually saw him. It is amazing. I did not think that Nintendo would do that
Breath
for
of the
him,
Wild
but
is huge. I would have to look for him because that game is
Yeah.
freaking huge.
Nintendo
so
had a
sweet.
lot of mad respect for the guy.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
And he was
for
really,
sure.
you know, I don't think he got
I'm glad
enough
he's
credit
from
either
our
for how
area, and we
far
have
he
stuff
could go
named
in
after him.
different
We have
directions, you know?
tunnels in San Francisco that have been renamed the Roman Williams tunnels. I'm
Aw.
sure you guys remember.
Yep.
Going into the city, those like tunnels with the rainbows along the like top,
Oh my
those
God,
got
no
renamed
way, I
for
didn't
Robin
know that.
Williams.
Yeah, they named him the
Oh,
Robin Williams
my
tunnel.
heart is breaking.
Yeah.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah,
That's lovely.
I know. I miss him so much. So wait, I'm sorry I don't go off on a Robin Williams tangent, but I
No,
feel like he
I-
deserves it.
no,
He's
trust
hard,
me.
I love him. So
No, trust me, we actually really should, because, yes, he did unfortunately pass away, I think, in 2016.
Right.
And
Yeah.
this guy had been a huge influence in a lot of kids'
Yeah.
lives.
Oh, yeah.
Mine, personally.
Oh, ours
This-
too.
oh my
I
God,
think
mine too. We
everybody's-
watched so much growing up. Like he was a staple in our house.
He was,
Even hearing
he
his
was.
voice, we knew who it was. Like, oh, that's Robin. Like he was such
Right.
an amazing person.
Yeah. Actually, here's some more fun trivia about Robin Williams. Do you know April O'Neil from the TMNT movie?
Yes.
The actress who plays her, the only reason why she did as good as she did, she got advice from Robin Williams himself. He was a big
Aw.
TMNT fan.
Awesome.
Was he
On the
really?
original
oh my
one,
God,
the
that
original
makes me
Annie
love him
Potts?
so much more.
Yep.
If
The
I
original-
could, I couldn't
Okay.
The original
pull it
Okay.
up.
TMNT movie that was made back in 1990,
So
the actress
cool.
asked for his
Okay.
help specifically because he was a big Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan.
Oh my
That's
God.
awesome. Also, side note, Annie Potts, awesome actress. She
Oh,
also
yeah.
voices Princess Bo Peep or Little Bo Peep in Toy Story. She's the voice of Bo Peep all these
Oh my
years.
God, that's
So
right.
she's
I
Bo Peep.
recognized it.
Yes.
Oh
And
my
I love
God.
her in Toy Story. In Toy Story 4, she's like a heroine and she's amazing. I love her. She's
I
like a
haven't seen
superhero
4.
of the
I haven't
park.
seen
and she's
4
like,
either, but I've seen.
Wow.
I've heard some
I
good
love
things.
April.
Oh my God,
I
you
love
guys
April.
have to watch Toy Story 4, and then we should do like a critique on the 4 Toy Stories because I am so. I'm sorry, don't laugh at me. I love these movies.
I love you.
That would
I
be
love you,
that would
Ian.
be at
I
least
love
2
you.
reviews in and of itself.
Right.
No, maybe, but there are 4 movies. I think
know.
we can make it work because
One review for Toy Story 1 and
first,
2, the other one for 3 and 4.
Yeah, that could work because I have a lot to say in bad things about 2 and 2.
I've already done a
About 2.
review on someone else's channel about Toy Story 2,
Oh.
actually. So it's gonna be interesting to do it from my perspective.
Yes.
But yeah, when it comes down to Robin Williams, he was very influential in big ways as well as small ways.
Yeah. I feel like there are a few actors out there that affect you so much that you have so much love for. Like that, I feel like the whole world mourned the day that we found out he
Yeah.
passed.
The,
Oh my
the
God,
only-
that was
should,
huge news for
because-
me. I couldn't
yeah.
believe it. Like, yeah.
Yeah, for me, I think there's only a few people I believe that would absolutely get the universal sad treatment, which, for as much, and one of them, which for as many people make fun of the guy, Michael Jackson's death was hit really hard
It
with a
did.
lot of people.
Oh my God! I'm sorry. I don't care about the rumors. I freaking love Michael Jackson. That one hit me hard.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm sorry. I grew
Mhm.
up watching the MTV specials. Like, oh, here's a Michael Jackson weekend, and we would watch it, and it was hard for me. I hope the allegations aren't true because I love him so much as an artist. I just want to remember him as he was, and
Yeah.
that's it.
And the second one was, of course, Robin Williams in 2016. And I think the most recent, universal beloved person was Stan Lee.
Yeah.
Because he's
yeah.
the one who made
How
the
about
Marvel
Prince?
Universe.
No.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, basically, there are very few people like those three that absolutely will just absolutely tear you apart. And I'm grateful for Robin Williams and what he did, not just for comedy as a whole, but what he did for the film industry. Because if it wasn't for him, a lot of our favorite movies, as well as other movies that even though he wasn't part of, but
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh yeah,
one of my faves.
He basically, in my personal opinion, is a household name that will never truly go away.
You know, there are actors that you're like, wow, they're so talented. I fucking love all their work. And then there are actors that you're like, wow, they're so talented. I love all their work. And my God, what a good person. You know?
Okay, well, that being said, he's done a lot of good stuff. I mentioned before, there's a movie that came out maybe about 2004 called 1 Hour Photo. That plays a totally different role.
Yes,
and it
that
was very
freaked me
creepy
out.
and very disturbing. I was like, oh my God, I almost can't even handle this because it's so different. Like, he was an amazing actor, but it disturbed me because he's such a loving, family, like, all-around guy. That role really disturbed me.
Yeah, it did us
That's weird, because honestly, I was so used to him doing that because he was
It shows how
his
talented he was.
His acting variation.
He was terrifying as.
No, I know. I'm glad they did that. It showed his
real depth.
You know. Yes,
weird. I was so used to it because of the Law and Order episode I saw him in.
Right.
He was actually a convicted criminal in that episode.
Which movie?
It was an episode in Law and Order, I think either SVU or Criminal Intent.
Oh God, there was a movie almost that I can't remember. I can't remember the name of it. He was with Al Pacino, and there was a movie, and it was set in like winter and ice, and it was like, I feel like he might have been the villain, and that was very unexpected. I can't remember the name of it now.
I remember.
It was in the 2000s. I should go look it up.
Mm-hmm. All right, now let's go on to atmosphere of Aladdin, and I don't know.
I'm gonna give it a 9.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It's Disney. It's hard to gauge the atmosphere. It's like animation, and it's always great. Like, it depends on the area. I guess it's Egypt or, Agrabah, whatever. It's pretty great.
Saudi Arabia, if you want to be accurate.
Be accurate, Ingot.
But
Agrabah.
What do you want, Ingot?
Sorry,
what's your score?
What would be your score?
Whatever I want is the way it should go.
10.
You don't even gotta ask. I'm gonna give it a 10 because I feel like atmosphere-wise, because all the characters do represent like different sides of it. Iago and Jafar are really terrifying. They're very intense. They're really aggressive. Jasmine really stands up for herself and is really like independent. Aladdin's like really like a fun, loving, happy guy. He can have fun just with like a magic carpet and a fucking monkey. He's good to go, And I think the Sultan represents sort of like trust and naivety and like, poor leadership, but not with bad intention. He has really good intention.
It's cultural.
Right. I think they really represented it really well, the atmosphere. Like that one scene where Jasmine is in the giant hourglass, like trapped in there. That was like hella terrifying. Like, I will never forget that. When I was little, it scared the absolute shit out of me.
Because she's being drowned in sand, and he had to get her out in time. Right. And it was like, she's like, help, help, and she was drowning. He finally bashed her out, but that was very stressful. I get you on that.
As a kid, it's like terrifying, but as an adult, it's like, whoa, that's like a metaphor for life, and that's heavy.
As an adult, you can actually envision drowning in sand. Which
drowning
is
in sand,
so.
Exactly.
Actually, here's some interesting trivia for you. The first ever death in Hollywood actually came from 2 people dying in quicksand.
Jesus, that's dark. Okay.
Wait, where? No, I'm interested. That is dark, but where?
It actually happened during Hollywood. I think it was in 1910. And I believe an actress and a cameraman, the cameraman was trying to get her out, but the quicksand was so damn fast, it killed them both.
Wow.
Oh
that
God,
just makes
that's
the hourglass scene so much more terrifying.
So I remember movies back in the day as a kid that my mom would watch that were like 70s cheesy movies or 80s, and they involved quicksand. And okay, quicksand is a real thing that we should be scared of, and it's not like a quick thing. Like, it's not quick like it says. It's slow, and we should try to pull people out. I'm scared of quicksand. Just saying, I'm scared.
Yeah. But yeah, for what it's worth, though, the atmosphere itself is good in most areas. Like, I do like how it definitely has a it feels like you're in Saudi Arabia. You feel like you're in that area.
It's totally enveloping. Yeah.
It's the acting that unfortunately throws it all
It
off.
distracts.
It distracts to a point where it's like, I don't feel like I'm in Agrabah. I feel like I'm in Bollywood.
Oh.
Which is not a bad thing, though.
Right.
Because, here's the thing. Where that one was trying to feel like Agrabah when it comes to its look, you could definitely tell the remake, it was going full on Bollywood.
Right.
Which is not a bad thing, like I said. Actually, out of all the remakes, I prefer the Aladdin one. Because at least it tried to be a little bit, even though it did take itself a little bit seriously, it was acting more like a Bollywood thing than anything else. But for as much as I do say, I'm going to give it another 9. Like I said, the only thing is that the acting unfortunately does throw it off a little bit for me for the atmosphere entirely. But other than that, though, it's pretty good, though, overall.
Yeah.
All right.
What do you think, Puginator? I mean, why did you rate it as a 9?
What are we? What
The atmosphere.
category? Oh, atmosphere. Because I thought it.
Where were we right now?
It's.
You two are really losing track here, aren't you?
I thought
You
it was,
guys went on a huge tangent. We have shit to do. Don't bother us.
yeah, I just think it was.
It's too scary for children, you think?
Yeah, a little bit. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I
feel you.
Have
I
you
got you,
seen
babe.
Nightmare Before Christmas by Tim Burton?
Whoa.
A million times. Wait, should we talk about that now? I'm all
No.
for it.
18, 16.
God damn it, Ingrid, I hate you.
Oh, we love you, Inget. We fucking
No,
love
we
you.
love you.
I would kill and die for you. Don't worry.
I'm talking about Mr. RetroActive. He's probably sad he invited me, so.
Oh.
No,
he
it's
loves
alright.
you.
All right.
I'm gonna deal with
I
you
just did the
because
to-
my long lost cousin. I have to love you, and I have to love you, and that's what it is.
All right, here it is.
No,
I
we
just
love you
did the
'cause we love you.
scores. I just did the scores.
Okay.
I hope you guys are ready for this.
We got there. We made it. It's okay.
Jesus Christ, sake.
Cheese and crackers.
Jeez Louise. Let's keep it going. Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm just trying to write down
Guacamole.
all
Holy
this right here.
guacamole.
There we go. Just also had to double check my numbers. All right. For Billy Peddle, your original score was 40. You gave it a 45.
Wow. I'm glad that I could rise above my personal trauma and rate it professionally.
For your score was 42. It's now 43.
Oh,
Pretty close.
Inget stayed the same with her 50.
of course.
Damn right.
Inga is pure. Pure.
And my original score was 45. My new score, 44.
Oh,
Mine actually dropped.
wow.
Only by a single point, but it dropped. That's something.
Right.
So I guess in a way, even though I did give it still gets glowing praise from me no matter what. But I guess I was a little bit more critical than I originally thought I was going to be. But, hey, it could be a lot worse. It could have been a whole 14-point drop.
Very true.
But now we're going on to the second and last film we're going to be reviewing today is Hook.
Woo-woo!
The Peter Pan story retold. Again. No, I'm not even joking. This whole freaking story has been retold again and again and again.
Again and again.
Because look at
I
they
almost
made.
feel like this one might be the best one, though. So.
Oh, yeah, because there's
Oh,
the,
yeah.
there's
Oh,
the
yeah.
Disney animated film made in the
50.
1950s.
No.
There was the live action performance with Robin Williams. There is the cartoon series made in the 90s that was made by W Kids,
Oh, I totally missed it.
WB Kids.
Me too.
And I actually have to say that one was actually closer to the book than this one, and I actually prefer that one. Hold on.
Jesus H.
Hold on.
Criminy.
The story goes into more detail because it's a series of episodes.
Well, I rated it
So
50.
we go on that one. All right, so you're going to rate that one at 50?
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Can I give it 150?
No.
Oh.
It has to be a score of 1 to 50.
Wow,
That's
he's
it.
hardcore. He was like, no.
100.
Fucking no.
No.
50.
There you go.
50, 50, 50.
50.
No question.
People are going to hate me for this. I got to go 40.
Oh, I think I just
We
had a
disown
heart
you
attack.
again. We disown you as a family member.
I'm
and
sorry.
Just saying.
Wow.
Dead Poets Society is a far better film for Robin Williams than this one
Okay,
was.
this is a whimsical fantasy film. It's not like a deeply
Robin Williams is
philosophical,
a
life-altering.
any film.
Also,
You
I
can't-
like Popeye.
You cannot. Okay, you cannot judge other
do
films
love
by
Popeye.
other Robin Williams films. He's too good. You have to do this on a, like, we weren't judging Aladdin on other films. We were doing Aladdin. You can't do that with Hook.
Touche,
for what he is, he's great.
Ingrid. Touche. Look at her. She's
He's
all like,
Peter
be
Fanning,
professional,
and deal with
Mr.
it. We
Retro.
cannot go off of Peter Keating or Keating, what his name was in
You're
Dead
not
Poets.
Oh, no, I
Forget him.
absolutely
We're
back
doing
off.
Peter Fanning. Hook.
All right.
Go.
Okay.
Sorry, bro.
First of all, let's start off with personally.
Yes.
What?
I said she's so kooky.
Sorry,
pants.
guys.
No, we're just all very intensely
No,
feeling
oh,
people.
I will hunt you
And we're a
down,
little vulnerable
and I will
about it.
find you, and I will make you answer to me. I am like Liam Neeson. I will find you. I will hunt you down. Sorry, guys.
It's all right.
Ooh, I love
I
it.
love you.
Okay.
Love you.
All right. First of all, let's take a look at the story itself. Honestly, I do like how this is the more unique version of the story,
Yes.
especially since the only time I've ever seen Peter Pan actually as an adult is in the cartoon series, where in the final episode he gives up all of his abilities and powers and is willing to be an adult again. And
I have no idea.
that happens
I
in the
don't
original
remember
book.
that at all.
Okay.
In the original
Which
book,
book?
he actually
That's like one of the few
Really?
books I've
Yeah,
ever
in the
read.
original
Okay, so I
book-
guess I haven't read the original book. That's crazy.
the original book is where he actually is willing to give up his child form and everything and gives it to someone else, letting
Oh,
them take over his position.
Oh, like
And-
Toodles.
Unfortunately, he aged so fast he
Toodles.
dies.
Excuse me.
Oh my goodness.
But he does say goodbye. He does say goodbye to Wendy before he does eventually die.
Jesus, that is so messed up. I could have gone my whole life without knowing that. That's one of the few
It's
books I
okay.
haven't gotten
You need
to
to
read
live
yet.
this, Ray. It's okay.
But other than that, though, the story of Hook is very good for what it's worth. I do like all the acting that was in the
I
film.
think too.
It was done very
I know.
well. Puckinator, what do you think of the story itself as a whole for Hook?
Fabulous. I loved it.
Honestly, I think they really did a pretty good job with doing an original story, especially since this is also a film made by Steven Spielberg. And, of course, the soundtrack, I think, was done by John Williams, if I remember.
I think all aspects of it, I loved it.
Good Lord, it's actually amazing just how far it goes. And actually, when we go into characters, there's actually a few people I have to mention in this film
Okay.
because it's actually pretty funny. But other than that, though, what would you rate this one, Pugginator, for a story?
10.
1 to 10. All right, so you gotta give it a 10. All right, so we got a 10 here. What about you, Billy Petal?
I'm gonna give it a 10. I
And-
think it's really original. I love it. I think it goes back and forth between whimsical, adventure, and very serious
Yeah, it's
adult
very
issues. And I think it's one of the best. This film is one of the few that got me into.
But it's
this
adult issues that are
Relatable.
that were relatable and that were understandable.
as a kid
as a
too.
child,
yeah,
too.
It's presented so well.
Yes, yeah,
it
it's
is.
very-
It's universal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This is what got me into fantasy film.
I would agree.
Yeah.
because it's uplifting too. So
Yeah.
Yep.
What about you, Inget? What would you rate this one?
Category again? Sorry, I'm sorry.
Story.
Playing with a Lego set.
squirrel.
We're doing story.
Story.
Squirrel.
For Hook, the story is great. I feel like it's a different
Don't
take on
reference
Peter
all.
Pan. Like, not the traditional, and I love how, like, Peter has to come back after so many years of being, like, in the dark.
Right.
And has to come back and revisit. Like, he doesn't even know what's going on. They have his
Right.
kids held hostage, and he doesn't remember his past self. So I feel like the story is pretty awesome. Like,
Very original.
they hold him to the original story and also make it new and awesome. Like Rufio
Yes.
and all
Yep.
the Lost Boys and all the visuals, they're amazing. Like,
Yes,
this is a
yes.
good movie. So,
Very good.
So what would you rate it at a score of 1 to 10?
10.
10? Actually, this is where I'm going to agree with you guys. I got to go with a
Oh,
10 on
no.
this one. Because the story itself is so damn unique, but also holds a really great message. And that's very rare for films to really pull off and do a very good job with it. I think it's pretty damn amazing. So,
It is.
now we go on to characters. Now, this one is actually pretty funny, and for a lot of you Avatar fans, like Avatar: The Last Airbender fans, one of
Oh my God.
the kids was played by Dante Bosco, If you guys don't know, that's
Yes,
Zuko.
That was, oh my god, yeah,
What?
Zuko,
The
like,
firebending
awful.
prince of the
Okay,
Fire
so,
Nation
okay.
is
What-
in
So
the movie Hook.
Let me
So
just
which
tell
kid?
you that my first exposure to this actor was as Rufio, and then also in the
didn't know that was
2000s
Rufio's
he
name.
was on MTV's but was like on
Oh.
there, and then he became Zuko on Avatar, and he is just a dick, and I love Uncle, and I hate Zuko forever. Sorry, just saying.
Okay, first of
Okay.
all, Zuko gets an amazing redemption arc. Damn it, back off.
10.
Yes, he does, but I still love Uncle. Hey, he is so awful to Uncle the whole fucking time. I'm sorry, I
Lord.
love Uncle.
Okay,
You have to admit, he
10.
is not forgiving
10?
as a
Because
dick
I
to
like
Uncle.
all the characters.
Yeah.
I thought they did
Nathaniel, you better
amazing.
listen to me. You better agree. I will disown you forever.
I will have my
Oh
own
my God,
opinion,
you
damn it.
agree.
Okay, first of all, I also like all the other actors they put into this film.
Oh,
Glenn
yeah.
Close, I'm
Who
surprised.
is Glenn Close?
Glenn Close was gutless.
Who's Gutless?
Oh, she was a hidden. She was the one who was like, no, not the boombox. She was a hidden person. You didn't know she was a pirate.
Oh, no, I did not know that.
That was
She's like,
Glenn
no,
Close.
not the boombox.
I'm not
the
sure which
boombox,"
one
and
Gutless
she
is.
screams all the way being brought to
Then
the
we
boombox.
have-
You should have said that.
Oh, also, Maggie Smith was Wendy Darling.
Oh, I
If
love
you
her.
want to
Yeah.
know. However, she was
My
She
also...
was
God.
Grandma Wendy.
Yep,
McGonagall.
Professor McGonagall in
Yes.
Harry Potter.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Before she was
Yeah.
ever Professor McGonagall, she was Granny Wendy in
She
in
was.
Peter Pan.
Yep.
Give
And-
it
That's
a
cool.
punch.
And then, of course, there's Charlie Korsmo. I think that's his name. He was Jack Banning. Tinkerbell was done by Julia Roberts.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
She's one of the most uniquely represented
Gwyneth Paltrow
Yeah.
was...
characters.
I think Gwyneth Paltrow...
Oh,
I
she
think
was Wendy
She was
Jr.
little
She was
Wendy.
baby Wendy.
She was baby Wendy. Yeah.
Then, of course, Carrie Fisher.
Was who?
Where was she?
She was, I think, the woman... Hold on, I gotta double check on the character's name.
I don't know. That seems suspect.
But yeah, technically she is in this movie. And
Hey,
if you guys
let
don't
hear
believe
it,
me,
Nathaniel.
here's a
believe
list
you.
of the cast right here.
Yeah, I know, but what character did she play?
Is it the same Carrie Fisher? Because I was kind
Yep,
of
the same Carrie Fisher that does Princess Leia.
Okay, what character was
Okay.
she in it?
Give it.
I'm looking right now. Give me just a second. I'm gonna look at
Give him a million years,
IMDb.
he'll finally find it.
Very
eventually.
funny. I can just look through the cast here. It's not that hard.
It wasn't really her. That's what they're gonna find out.
It was her.
Nope.
We're so combative and all over the place today.
Yeah, give me
Hell
a second.
yeah,
This
that's
is,
the way we go.
God, this
That
is
is
a
how we
long
go.
list. My God, there's... Oh, they're even including play actors. Why in the world would they do that?
Oh my god, I heard Tazzy. She's so cute.
Oh yeah, hang on.
Did I hear the cat?
You did hear the cat.
I thought so. Cats are amazing. I want to hear more. Less Nathaniel, more cat.
What did
Sorry.
you rate the character again?
Yeah, what did you rate the character?
Wait, which character?
All
Char-
characters? In general. The
characters.
character, section.
For Aladdin?
No, for... for
Hook.
Hook? Okay, for Hook, I'm going to do 10 for all the characters. They're all amazing.
Yeah, they are.
I'm going to give it a 10 as well. I was madly in love with Rufio. Excuse me, Rufy. Nobody did it. You all failed.
What were we supposed to do?
You're supposed to go, oh.
Okay, go ahead, do it again.
Really?
What?
I mean, I feel like the moment has passed.
Rufy!
Oh!
There you go. Thank you. I
Oh
think
my
he
god,
has a really
that's
good...
so late.
He has a really good character arch because he totally he humbled himself, when he saw that it was really, you are the pen, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I love Robin
know.
in this,
I had to actually remember his role as Rufio to, still love him as stupid Zuko in Avatar because he was such a fucking
okay,
shit.
I've never seen Avatar.
I hated
I'm
the way
sorry.
they treated Uncle.
I remember.
Uncle
You
was
know the
almost
woman
gone.
kissing on the
Okay, sorry.
bridge?
Yeah,
That was her.
Wait,
that was her. Okay, we're gonna have to watch it again.
And guess what?
Which is
Guess
just
who
fine.
also cameoed? George Lucas.
No way.
On what? Which one?
In Hook.
Oh, we're gonna have to re-watch it.
We
now.
are, yeah. That's fine. We could watch
Wait,
it again.
wait.
Carrie
where was
Fisher and
George
George
Lucas,
Lucas cameoed in this film.
That's crazy.
On who was he?
Yeah, I remember the woman and the man kissing? That was them.
Oh, that's so cool.
I was honestly surprised, but yeah, I do remember that one.
That's wild.
I'm like, yeah, when I watched this movie years later, I looked in the background, I'm like, oh my god, that can't be Carrie Fisher.
I'm gonna give it a 10 as well for character because I feel like every single character was given so much ability to express themselves. Like each one of the Lost Boys is totally unique from the other. The pirates are all unique, even though they're sort of like a hive mind for Hook. And I think that Hook is represented beautifully by Dustin Hoffman because he comes off like your straight up villainous, like arrogant, chauvinistic sort of like,
and also scared. He's like, Smee, help me. And so I
he's very
super love him.
vulnerable,
And Smee in this movie, they are so amazing.
Yeah, the Hook has a vulnerability that you don't get to see in villains usually.
Yeah, guess who was Smee?
I can't remember his name, but I do love the actor.
Bob Hoskins.
Yes. I love that he shows up at the end.
He's fucking amazing. If that's who Smee was, that guy deserves a gold medal.
I think that the Hook and Smee together, their symbiote is beautiful. I fucking love it. I love Tinkerbell being represented so differently than the cartoon Tinkerbell, but she's still just as endearing. And Robin, the whole journey that Peter Pan through panning, etc., goes through is really. I don't think that I can't see any other actor being this character as Robin Williams.
And of course, Dustin Hoffman as Captain Hook.
Captain Hook. Yeah, I mean they really went all out. The whole film, just everything, every moment you're sucked into it. You're not for a second taken out of it.
Completely,
right.
Yeah, directed by Steven Spielberg. 100%. I swear to God, he did a really good job on this one.
This movie is like one of my top 5, straight up. So character for me, if I could give it more than a 10, I would.
Oh, yep. So it was John Williams that did the soundtrack. I knew it.
And it's beautiful.
Oh yeah. Awesome. But yeah, for where characters go, it definitely gets a 10 for me as well.
I think there was total thought and respect for each character given. Yep. They're all represented.
You're gonna give it a 10 as well?
Absolutely.
What about you, Ingrid?
10 across the board, probably.
For characters, obviously 10. I love them all. I love Peter Banning and his like
fuddy-duddy grown-up way.
Yeah, he comes to life not knowing what the fuck. He doesn't remember anything.
Is that the one with the marbles?
He gets thrown into this fantasy world to have to
Actually,
save some kids. And he does his best, and like even not remembering right away, he does pretty great. And he puts up with all these little orphan kids and all the weird shit, and he's an awesome character. I give it a 10 out of 10. I love this movie so much. Robin Williams is 10 out of 10 in my whole life book. So sorry.
Tickles was played by David Crosby.
Oh, that's
Wait, what?
Yeah, Tickles was played by David Crosby.
Tickles or Toodles? I thought his name was
There's Toodles.
Tickles, okay, so Toodles is awesome.
Toodles was played by Arthur Mallet.
He's the older gentleman that lost his marbles.
That's Arthur Mallet.
No, I know, he lost his marbles. I'm almost trying to remember, wasn't he already in a previous Peter Pan? I might be wrong, but I feel like...
I think so.
I don't know. He remembers being a lost boy back in the day, so I felt that was an awesome nod. I don't know who he is, but...
arch. They took much care with every aspect of this film. It's not even funny. It's like, how could you...
I mean, I could go on and on about the characters and everything. Like, okay, never mind Robin Williams. He's great, but also Julia Roberts. All of the kids. The guy who plays Rufio. Like, anybody. Also, Dustin Hoffman is Hook. He's fucking amazing. Yeah. Like, I can't... Yeah, he's great. Everything's great. Let's just move on. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, Lord.
I could go on and on.
But
hey,
now we're.
I'm sorry. You invited me to this. I'm sorry.
No, it's more.
I'm too vocal. I love you all. I'm too vocal. I have too much of an opinion. You should just cut me loose.
No, it's not that. It's the dogs.
They're going cray-cray.
They're going crazy upstairs.
Oh man, you should put them down. No, I'm kidding.
What? Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
You know John Wick's gonna be after you right now, right?
Oh, don't talk about it. Oh, why just say it?
Oh my God.
Jesus.
I love your reference, but I actually haven't watched John Wick.
Oh, please
so I don't know, but I'm
please
sorry.
Don't. I'm so scarred.
I was just teasing you guys. I'm not a dog person, so I was being a dick. So
okay,
well,
I
love
it doesn't matter what you are. If you saw John Wick, those first few minutes would crush your soul. It's horrible.
I haven't watched it. I'm scared.
All right.
Moving on.
We'll have to do a review of that movie eventually.
Okay, we'll
all right, so
because I haven't watched them, I'm scared.
All right, now we're gonna go into music. This is already a 10 for me because John Williams does an amazing job as always.
Definitely a 10. It has there's this ability in this film where they take it and it's like an adventure and it's crazy and it's really whimsical and fun, and then when it gets to the really emotive, sort of darker periods in the film, it's like the music is so moving. Even if you didn't have dialogue, you would be crying. You know,
it could be a silent film and still be good.
Right?
Exactly.
The transition is perfect music, like from fairy tale to drama to like serious. They have it all great across the board.
And it's so iconic. You know it the second you hear it.
Exactly, but here's the thing. That's what John Williams does.
Right.
This guy is he's a musical
He's
genius.
A legend.
He's
Are
basically
we on music now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Basically,
10.
when it comes down to it, though, it's not even a question.
Not even.
When it comes down to it, John Williams has made some of the most famous soundtracks of all time, from Superman to Indiana Jones, especially Star Wars.
Yeah.
And this is another movie that is
hits it. He's done everything. He's an amazing
phenomenal.
composer. I give him like 110,000 props.
Yeah, trust me, when it comes down to it, and here's the thing. I know there's a lot of other composers, like Hans Zimmer is a good one, but I'm sorry, I just gotta go with freaking John Williams. He honestly, every single film he does, he always puts his all into it and makes sure to set the music exactly as the tone needs it to be in. So
it totally pulls you in. If you got lost on the dialogue or the story, the music will push you along and take you on a journey. It's beautiful.
it basically gives you the emotions of the film without having any dialogue.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it does, and that's honestly, the music in itself is its own character in some way, because the music almost plays like a narrator, and in the best way possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it takes you in its arms and carries you away.
Yeah. So it's a 10 for me.
Definitely.
Solid.
And here's the thing, I'm not doing nostalgia goggles here, people. I've already given 3 10s. Well, yeah, Billy is. But I'm not. I actually am giving it full on 10 because I actually believe this film does it right.
It's wonderfully done.
There's not very many that you can say that 100%.
Now, I wish its NES game was better. The NES game sucks, guys.
You have to fix this one.
I know.
Next, of course, we have design.
Oh, design.
The design of the film, and the sets
10.
and everything. Yeah, the costumes, the design, the sets.
10.
Everything definitely deserves a 10 in my personal opinion.
10,
It takes a lot of work to do a lot of the practical effects.
That was so whimsical and it drew you in so much.
The mermaids are like one of my
everything.
favorite
I mean, everything in it.
Yeah.
Not to
the
mention
Lost Boys little
they're also
area and the
sets,
the
tree house, the old tree house, the new tree house, the
pirate
ship. I would fucking live in that ship my whole life.
Yeah, no, it's every aspect of it was phenomenal.
Totally. I actually made Rufio's pants for myself once. Yeah, they were my favorite. Yes, I did. Okay. Yes.
One of my friends actually made a scale replica of the Captain Hook ship.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Yeah, he did I think he did
I would live in a ship if I could. Totally.
1/64th scale, and he actually made some really good details on it.
Cool.
Yeah, it loves the movie to death, and seriously, if you're watching this, then I hope you're proud of me for giving 10 on pretty much across the board for this movie so far.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm always proud of you, no matter what. I'm with you.
Thanks. All right, so pretty much a 10 all around.
Yep.
Yes.
I have to say too that they took it like what your expectation was, and then they
bumped
just
it up
fucking
a notch.
blew it up like they nuclear bombed it.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Yeah. There's not a scene in this film that you look at it and you're like, oh, I'm distracted by that.
Yeah, it's probably
it's just like awe.
It's probably one of the most well put together
adaptations of Peter Pan.
Exactly.
Even though I do love the original animated film, that was still pretty good. And when it comes down to the cartoon series, I definitely have to say that one follows the book more accurately to a certain degree.
But Hook just really hooked it.
Yeah, Hook had the most unique story, the most unique setup, and in a way, it followed it almost felt more like a sequel than it did an actual story of Peter Pan.
Right.
Which
because it's continuing Peter Pan's story as a man.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was
phenomenal. And here's the thing: I still don't know why so many critics gave it
Oh, fuck them. Let's
mediocre
just blow them up.
ratings.
I
Because
hate them
here's
so
the thing:
hard.
if you see it as its own original story, it's good. But if you see it as a sequel to Peter Pan, it's an interesting concept. What? What?
Nothing. Your cousin keeps messaging me. It's not me. It's her.
Anya, what are you doing?
Sorry, I like to hear the little doo-doo-doo-doo. I'm just like, hey, here I am again. I'm sorry, I'm like I'm a
wondering.
childish beast.
Ugh.
Now every time her thing goes off, I'm always like,
Hold on.
"Doo-doo-doo-doo."
Actually, guys, all right. Before
It
we
was
continue,
me.
before we continue on the atmosphere, I got to at least let you listen to the one she gave me. She gave me one, and it's actually kind of funny.
Oh, my ringtone for you.
Yeah,
Okay, wait,
everyone
let me
ready?
turn-
Everyone ready? Cause you're actually gonna love this.
Oops.
Yeah, just mute it.
Okay. The delay. It's
No,
like
no,
we're in
no,
the
no.
middle of an
All you have
alternate
to do is
universe.
just mute the stream. There should be a mute button there.
It's on the screen.
It's on the screen.
It's on the screen?
Yeah,
What?
Slow mode.
these two still are learning a little bit
Yeah,
of
sorry.
Twitch.
Sorry. Malfunction. Go ahead and text me. Hit me up.
All right,
Let's
you
do
ready?
it. We'll rock and roll.
All right, here we go. Just finished my text. Here we go.
Just sent you a text on your phone, bastard. Hello.
It's coming.
I love you. I'm gonna text you over and
No,
over.
you have to ring it.
It didn't. Oh, you have to call me.
You have to call.
Oh, I have to call.
I'm so
okay.
sorry.
Give me
It's
a second,
new
folks.
phone.
Give me a second,
I haven't
folks.
had time because Pugnator gets super mad at me when I'm like all playing with the ringtone.
All right, stand by.
Is Pugnator my favorite cousin?
Yes.
I'm gonna try not to say her name, but I know your name. I'll try not to call it out.
No, trust me, they already know.
I'm really bad, dude. Don't feel bad.
I know, I am. I almost was afraid to join this because you were gonna disband me because I was calling you by your Christian name, so.
Yeah, listen.
Unfreaking believable.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah, that's my ringtone apparently. All right, so now we're going into atmosphere, and for what it's worth, the atmosphere. Now I know back when I was a kid when I first saw this film, I didn't like it as much as I do now,
Oh, I love it.
which is weird. I honestly thought it was an okay adaptation of Peter Pan.
Oh, okay.
Back when I was a kid.
I think that's because.
I think I have a more appreciation of it
Yes.
now than I did back then.
Well, and you were a different person altogether back when you were
Yeah,
a
he
kid.
needed more structure. This would have been mayhem for Nathaniel.
Yes.
As a kid, he'd be like, what the fuck is going on? I
Yeah,
hate this.
I agree. You were a different person back when you were little.
Oh yeah,
Totally.
well for one thing, I was
How
very-
you
We love you
interpret.
anyway. We love you dearly.
Yes.
You're one of our favorite people. Like, you are personally, like, you and John Marie and Paul are my favorite cousins of all time, so I love you dearly. You're my favorite second cousin, and I will, anything you want, I will do for you. If you want grapes, you don't want any vegetables, like grapes and fruits, yeah, that's gonna happen.
I think it's his back when he was younger. It was his interpretation of things. It was
He
different than it
wanted
is
grapes
now.
and fruit as he was younger, so, like, I remember his younger stuff, not what he likes now, so I'm sorry, but I remember your younger stuff. I know, like...
Yeah, when it comes down to it, my interpretation of movies, film, and all that was way different from what it was back then. And holy crap, it was. Trust me, I actually, I would have given most of the films I've ever done to at this point. Oh, hold on. Actually, before we continue this, give me a second. I'm trying to. There we go. We actually have a surprise person trying to join in. Give me a
Oh,
second.
Phoenix Fire.
Yeah, give me a second.
I think I could see how he wouldn't like it when he was younger
Yeah.
because it is very chaotic.
Yeah, and he really.
It's like a whirlwind of adventure. And
Yeah.
that
It's
would be
almost
really
overload.
overstimulating.
Overload, yeah.
Totally. That
When he
makes
was
sense.
younger.
Daniel has always been the most amazing, and who cares what he liked when he was younger? He's amazing now, so...
Yeah, when it comes down to it, though, here he is.
Hello.
Hey, Phoenix Fire.
Hey!
That's a party for some Canadian love with everyone.
Oh,
Aw,
we're so
thank
happy
you.
you arrived.
Yeah.
Yes,
But,
we're very happy.
Yeah.
I would have been sooner, but I had to go to the store and got sidetracked, lost track of time.
I need to get to the store too after this, actually. So I'm with you on that. Actually, here's a question for you. Have you ever watched these movies before? And if you have, what's your what was your favorite parts in them, in the films?
Well, I've been on and off paying attention to the stream, so I'm kind of lost where you guys are at.
Basically,
So
we're,
are we, don't worry.
we're still finishing up the scoring for Atmosphere right now. But what would you?
The last movie I remember you guys talking about was Little Mermaid and was it Disney Renaissance? Was the last thing I remember? watching?
Basically, yeah, we were basically referencing some of the stuff to help us out with
Okay.
some of this review.
Okay. It is
But
pretty-
for
That's
what
where
it's
I-
worth,
that's where I
though.
left off.
Sorry.
But yeah, for the Aladdin movie. But when it comes down to have you seen Aladdin and Hook before?
Can I say something?
Aladdin, yes. Hook, no.
Okay, I'm going to venture off. So I'm
All right.
10.
All right.
So just so you
Yeah,
know.
just remember to head back when you're done.
Well, no, I probably won't. That's why I wanted to give you a
All
heads
right.
up.
All right. So
But
all right, hold on. Actually,
Sorry, I missed it. Wait,
all right, hold on. Before she goes and does something here for a second, we're gonna tally up the score and then we're gonna do Retro Evolution. We'll start with her first.
no, I don't want to do retro.
You don't want to do it?
No,
It's just only with Aladdin.
No, it's okay because I don't really. That's not my favorite.
All right.
So I'm gonna head up to deal with the dogs.
All right. See you around then.
But are you mad at me?
No.
Oh,
No.
good.
He's
No,
so
it's
disappointed in
fine.
you. Don't even
He's
speak.
just like,
Don't even
he's
speak.
like, bye, mom.
Bye, everyone.
Bye,
All right.
I have to tend with the dogs though.
Unfortunately,
Even
yeah,
though
the
it's
dogs.
a
Unfortunately.
It's a brief goodbye too, so just
Aw.
next week.
All right, but okay. So we pretty much we already just know the scores is gonna be 10 anyway.
Oh, you're not even gonna ask me?
I don't even have to ask. It's that
Wow.
obvious for you guys.
Wow, that's harsh. And I feel slightly unprofessional, but you know, you do you, sir.
Honestly, though, what can you say? It's one of those films. Heck, I gave it a 50 now.
That's true.
Like I said, I had a much more appreciation of this film now than I did back then. So
Yeah.
that
I
definitely says a
can
lot.
I can appreciate it even more now as an adult. 'Cause
True.
You can see even more of the depth.
Yeah.
as an
All right,
adult.
we're gonna do Retro Evolution, and then we're gonna be doing a few questions before we end today's episode. For Retro Evolution, the only one that is not allowed to talk about both these films, other than of course all of us for Hook, is Aladdin, and that's Inget because she already gave it a perfect score.
Oh.
Heck,
But
I was
could you
not.
make an exception? Since I crashed the party late, couldn't you make an exception just this once?
Oh.
No?
Fine, I'm
Aladdin
willing
is a
to, just this
Sorry,
once, just this once, because I'm nice like that.
I crashed. I came late. That's my fault.
Okay, well, I need to hear your argument, and I might shoot it down. We'll see.
All right, so.
So, the mediator between you two.
All right, so
I'm gonna break pace.
what would you got? All right, if you guys were given full direction for this film, what would you change about it and why?
For Aladdin?
For Aladdin,
Am I going first? Because
If you
everyone
want.
has gone quiet.
I'm the peace
I have
breaker.
nothing to say. I'm 10. 10!
Okay.
what
actually,
the fuck?
I have to say, like, even though I
Okay,
get
stop
really
it.
upset.
You love me, and you have to deal with my. You have to deal with my loud, like, review. 10!
It's called passion. That's how we're
True.
gonna label it.
Passion.
I honestly, with as much
Remember,
issue
you-
as I take with certain aspects of the story, I don't think I would change any of it because I think that it was presented as best as it could have been, and I know you don't like the acting as much with certain characters. I don't like the plot as much with certain characters, but I'm gonna go with as a kid the way that I viewed it, and it was like so unique and so beautifully made and so beautifully represented that I wouldn't change anything, honestly.
Actually, for me, even though I'm fine with keeping the story and the characters, of course, because again they're iconic. But if I were to change anything, I think I would have changed some of the CG and actually would have made that full on hand drawn.
Right.
Because honestly, it would have that way it wouldn't have been as distracting for the rest of the film. Because I think the CG, even though is still impressive, just not used in the best way.
Right.
So I would switch off the CG with the hand drawn, and boom, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
That'd be my personal change. I would go for Aladdin. What about you, Phoenix Fire? What would you do?
I'm happy with any. I'll be honest. I've watched any Disney movie, so I'm happy with anything for Disney. So yeah,
Alright.
I really wouldn't change anything.
All right. So
Just don't get me started on classic Disney though. Then you'll have a bit of a rant.
what do you mean by that?
Well, if you go back at the older Disney movies like Snow White, Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, there's a whole lot you could change and want to do for the movie.
Here's the thing,
Things like
though.
that.
Do you want
You
them
guys
to
have
end
a
up
weird
like the Cinderella
recommendation?
remake we had,
I think maybe
I
just
prefer
more,
You guys-
I like
or
animated
the
version
Maleficent
better, honestly.
movie?
maybe just more
Do
character.
you guys want a
development.
weird recommendation?
What?
I'm all ears.
Yeah. Okay, so if you I'm super into books over anything. So
Yeah.
there's like a comic that's like made by Neil Gaiman that's about
Fable?
Snow White. Have you read it?
Oh, I've
It's a
heard of
very-
I
that.
think I've heard about that
Like,
comic
Talk about
book.
Fables and all that. My sister
It's
is
like-
a diehard fan of the series. Oh
Yeah,
my god.
it's like the apples and something. Like it's a very different. It's a very different telling of Snow White. I highly recommend it. I just read it. Like Mr. Ingot recommended it, and he made me read it. And I was like, oh my god, it's almost like a porn, but it's almost good. Like I don't know.
No, it's
That's
on my
amazing.
wish
It's
list,
it's a
actually.
total different storytelling of Snow White. So,
Right.
it's a different storytelling. It has some porn elements. I'm gonna warn you ahead of time, but also
Right
the
on.
story is pretty good.
I'm not
So just
sure.
go.
I would.
Okay,
I would
here-
rather read the Grimm fairy tales.
Well, no,
I
but
see.
Okay, well,
you have to
This is
respect
just-
Lehman's, like,
Just
all
keep
the
it
other
honest.
artworks.
it's
too.
a
His
different
works are-
like take.
Oh yeah,
like,
I know.
Yeah.
Neil Gaiman has a take on Snow White where Snow White is actually evil. It's a very short read. It's very interesting. Like if you can get past the like sexual porn aspect, it's a really good read. So just
Actually,
go for
wait a
it.
minute.
Just
There
saying.
is. Hold on.
Just saying.
There is a Cinderella story that's better than the ones we got from Disney. I just realized that.
Okay.
Ever
let's hear
After.
it.
Oh.
That's a better version.
Oh, wow.
Oh, let's hear
Oh,
it. I
wow.
want to hear your version.
First of all, I love the villain.
50.
Villain
50.
is freaking fantastic.
That's very true.
Cinderella
let's
is
hear it.
badass in this film.
Yeah, Drew Barrymore all the way.
Yeah,
Fucking
she does a
love her.
fantastic job. There's a good amount of sword fighting.
Wait,
There's
what's the
there's
name
some
of the film?
magic in there.
Ever After.
Ever After?
After is the
Okay.
best Cinderella story in history. It's better than
I
even the
actually
Disney
haven't
ones.
seen that one.
I
I know
legit
it's on my
have the
list, but I
soundtrack.
haven't seen it. So
The
I'll write it
soundtrack,
down.
amazing.
Amazing. Yeah.
So yeah, I honestly don't. I
Right
honestly,
on.
yeah, because for as much as I do love the
That's
original
great.
classic,
Why didn't you tell me of
And
this?
Drew Gray Scott is gorgeous and
yeah. Here's
he's like
the thing.
pompous, but then he learns to like see from like the
Yeah,
the
but here's the
common
thing.
people.
You guys all know that I do love the original classic. That's
Yeah.
something that's never gonna change.
Right.
But if you're gonna tell me which one was the best Cinderella story, it's gotta be Ever After. It
Right.
was badass. It actually had great story,
It
great
did.
characters, amazing villain, a actual competent hero, and not only that, you actually get a story that actually has a good message in it,
Oh yeah.
which is more than I can say for the other one. Which was, well, the other one was again just follow your heart. That's pretty easy, and of course, have courage and be kind. The one message that was spewed at your face every 5 minutes in the remake film. Fuck off, Disney.
Okay, what did you think of the Brandy one? Did you ever see that with Whitney Houston and Brandy and?
That was pretty
Well,
good,
I
but like
love
I
that
said,
one.
I still
I
think
still
that
have
the
the
Ever
soundtrack
After is
though.
better overall.
No, it is. As a drama, it definitely is superior.
All right, so here
So
are.
now,
I need
you
to watch that one. I actually haven't watched that one. I
What?
feel like I need to.
I recommend
Dang
it.
it.
I honestly
Jesus.
recommend it. It's a fantastic version of the Cinderella
It
story.
is.
All right.
You say about Neil Gaiman, actually, there's a new miniseries of Disney books for teenagers. It's like all the Disney stories we know, but it's flipped. Like,
Yeah.
for the first one, it's like, for Snow White, it's called Mirror, Mirror. It's like, what if the evil queen poisoned the prince, and Snow White had to go on an adventure to stop her stepmother,
Right
and she had
on.
to save him.
Yeah, they've done
Right
a lot
on.
of those what if stories. It's amazing how much what if stories have really
There's
blown
like, there's
up.
one for each Disney princess and villain.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one like, one for Maleficent, like, what if Maleficent kept, call it Sleeping Beauty asleep, and Prince Philip didn't rescue her in time.
Oh my god. That's crazy.
Or Frozen. Or what if Hans took over Arendelle and let Anna die and try to imprison Elsa?
Oh
Wow.
my god.
Yeah, they
So
did a
it's like,
lot
they
of
just
really
came up with a
interesting
bunch of them.
stories.
Oh, you gotta let Mr. Retro know what that series is called, because I will totally
Oh,
get
I've
into that.
I've already seen a few of them. They're pretty
Really?
good.
That's crazy.
It just
Alright.
came out this year.
Yeah, alright, here we go. We're gonna start off with the first question and yes, you're included in this one, Phoenix. What are your top 5 favorite Disney animated movies, not including Pixar or any live action adaptations?
Whoa.
Yeah, for once, they gave you guys a hard question for once. Thank you, fans.
Holy moly. Why'd you do
That
that?
is a good question.
This one's hard, but one that I think I could actually answer with full confidence.
Okay, go ahead.
When it comes to Disney animated films, you guys all know I do love the classics. It's hand-drawn has always been my personal favorites. So, number 5 has got to go to Princess and the Frog.
Oh, that's a great one.
Amazing soundtrack by, surprisingly, Randy Newman. There was also a great voice acting in there, including personally one of my favorite voice actors of all time, Keith David, as Dr. Facilier.
Oh, yeah.
Good lord, he does and he sings amazingly well.
It's such a unique
Like, he's
fit to
amazing
the whole
as Dr.
film.
Facilier, and also the cat and Coraline. Like,
Yep.
oh my god, he's amazing.
I love the
Yep.
cat.
Yeah, he's
I don't
actually
think Coraline would be classified as
he's the
Disney,
cat in
though.
Coraline.
No
Would it?
fucking way.
Yep.
That's crazy.
But yeah, let me see. For number 4, that's really tough because there's a few ones that I could say with certainty that go there. I would have to say the Great Mouse Detective.
It's a good one.
That was actually the one that really made me interested in the field of
Yeah,
science.
you were obsessed.
Where I got into shows like Mythbusters and all that, thanks to Great Mouse Detectives, straight
Right.
enough. When it comes down to, and not to mention, it also got me into the love of mystery, such as Scooby-Doo and all that.
Yeah.
When it comes down to my third favorite, I know a lot of people are going to give me a lot of flack for this, but it is Beauty and the Beast.
No way. No, that's not a flat
I
thing.
love Beauty and the
That's
Beast.
Yeah,
an
but
excellent film.
most people,
Like,
for as
excellent.
much people give me, like, talk to me about this, they're wondering why I put it number 3 instead of number 1 for all the praise I gave it. But here's
Well,
the thing.
it depends on where you're from, because I feel like you gave Aladdin less praise than you should have in your, like, favoring Beauty and the Beast. They came from almost the same time, and they had almost the same stuff to work with. But
Aladdin came out a year
It's-
after Beauty and the Beast.
yeah, they had the same stuff to work with, so I don't
And
know.
yet it did
They
better.
Should be what?
And yet it did better. It was
Yeah,
also the...
whatever.
Remember, out of the 2 films, including and if we're going to include The Lion King in there, it was the only animated film at the time that ever won an Academy Award for Best Picture.
Well, they're doing great. They're doing great, but also like they have different elements. We can't include The Lion King with Beauty and the Beast and Aladdin. They're almost separate. Like they're that much apart because after Aladdin, there were Hunchback of Notre Dame and other movies in between Aladdin that like should have been
True.
like addressed first. So
Yeah, and
I'm sorry, I've had too much to drink. No.
when it comes down to when it comes down to
So much butt on a Saturday. This is my Saturday. You guys gotta deal with it. No.
yeah, when it comes down to
On my way.
Hunchback of Notre Dame definitely gets it. If we were doing a top 10, it'd be number 6, and Lion King being number 7. But if we're gonna go on to number 2, I know several people are gonna absolutely wonder why the hell I put this on here. Treasure Planet.
No one should wonder. No one should wonder.
Okay.
There are critics,
Just know,
as
just
well as
know
some other
that
people
I think
who
that's on my
absolutely
radar.
wonder why the hell I
That's
put
on
that
my
one.
radar, and I need to actually watch it. I think that that's a Disney movie that is like far underrated, and I need to watch it. Like that's
It
on my
is.
list, so I need to watch it. It's underrated. I will watch it.
It's a great adaptation of Treasure Island. It's
Yeah.
a really good one. And it changes just enough to be its own thing. And I'm
Yep.
so pissed off that they never got the green light for the sequel. As well as an animated series they were going to be making of it.
Right.
And then, of course, we have my number 1. And it was Atlantis the Lost Empire. I don't know why, but that film has
epic.
always been my personal favorite.
Well,
For
it's
as much as
too.
it unfortunately, yes, this is the film that did start the whole surprise villain angle. Yes, I personally don't like Rourke. He sucks. But here's the thing, everyone else has developed so damn well in that film that you kind of ignore him.
That's true, yeah.
And, however, though, he does have one of the scariest faces I've ever seen in a Disney villain.
He does.
Because when he
does.
grabs the
He's
axe and
hella
chases
creepy.
after Milo, he's like,
creepy.
Jesus, that's terrifying!
Yeah, he's hella creepy.
Alright, so what would be your guys's? We'll even shorten it to top 3.
Are you
Top
looking
3
at me?
Disney animated films.
Are you looking at me, sir?
Yeah, I'm looking at all you guys.
Okay, Fantasia, number 1, first of all. That's,
Okay, good.
It's so
wow.
unique.
Really good choice.
Right? I used to just obsessively. I have a whole tattoo planned for Fantasia.
Nice.
You can't name any movie that's except for Fantasia 2000 and
Oh,
whatever.
Ugh.
Yuck.
I was
But,
also say, what are your thoughts and opinions on the remake for Fantasia 2000? I was also going to ask.
yuck. No.
Well, some of the music and the animation style is very impressive. Like the final, like the beginning and the ending sequences
yes.
are amazing as hell.
The Mother Nature one
I
is my
actually do
favorite. I
like
can't
the
remember what that one's called.
I also like the one that was done in New York City. I really like that one because I really do like how they added a lot of motion as well as almost it really fell with the beat on
Right.
that one. So I'm really happy that they did an interesting style with that one.
It's really hard to like.
The other ones, unfortunately, were not as good, and I think that's what kind of let me down. And plus, the cameos. Oh God, the cameos were horrible. Even as a kid, I didn't like the cameos.
Right. No, I really hate the graduation with Noah's Ark and all. I thought that was great, but
Technically,
that,
that was
an
original orchestrate, an actual piece of music before it was ever considered with graduation.
That's crazy. It's really hard to pick like a favorite.
But it
because
does feel like graduation as
It
the
does.
animals are walking out the.
I just hate the music.
Why?
I'm so picky about music. It just irks me. I think the animation is epic, and I think Donald as Noah is fucking hilarious.
No,
because-
he's not Noah. He's just one of the assistants helping you.
Oh, he's assisting. That's right.
Yeah.
See, I've only watched it a few times because I don't like it.
Unfortunately, for as much as I don't like that film, I actually do remember a good amount of it.
Right.
Like I said, the ending and beginning sequences are some of the best I've ever seen
They are.
in animation
You're
history.
Totally right.
Where, and even like the New York City one was pretty fun. But like I said though, Donald's one with Noah's Ark, I did not like that one, and same goes with the flamingo. What the hell was that about? Here's the thing though. I remember everything in the original Fantasia all the way straight up to
Right.
freaking Night on Bald Mountain.
Right, exactly. Which is deeply terrifying and haunts us in our dreams sometimes.
Oh yeah.
But beautifully done. It's really hard to pick because Disney animated films have been such a staple of my childhood that like I'm overwhelmed. The ones like offhand that are like that stand out to me besides the really obvious ones like Little Mermaid, Aladdin, Hunchback of Notre Dame. That one's really unique. There's like the Jungle Book and the Sword and the Stone.
Nice.
101 Dalmatians. Those ones really they stuck with me. The Goofy movie was like when I was I think a preteen. I think that one came out. Or
Yeah,
like,
I think it came out in '94. I think.
Okay, yeah. So there's a bunch that are like they sort of shape you as a person. It's really weird and it's
Yeah.
hard to like professionally look at it.
Yeah.
But Fantasia is my number one favorite out of all of
Nice.
Disney stuff.
What about you, Inget? What would you name your top 3 favorite Disney animated films, not including Pixar or live action?
Oh God. Okay. First off, no, stop it! Don't laugh at me. Little Mermaid, my first one. I am in order. Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Toy Story. That's it. Those
That's
are my
Pixar.
first.
Can't count.
You
What?
didn't say Hercules.
No, I said
Retro?
no. Toy Story. Pixar.
No, I know, but you didn't like.
Oh God.
Hercules is one
Okay.
of your
It's hard to
favorite
say
films.
because
Hercules is
okay,
definitely
as
in
far
my
as-
top 10.
Okay, stop it.
Sorry.
As far as I'm concerned, those are the first 4. I love Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Toy Story. Those are my even Toy Story skips over Lion King. Like, okay, let's just do Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin. They're right there. They're within the same time
Alright.
frame, I think. Sorry,
What about-
don't laugh at me.
I'm not. I'm
What about you,
laughing at
Phoenix
everything.
Fire? What about you?
Oh man, where do I begin? Oh, okay.
This is gonna be
I'll figure it
interesting.
out. number one, and I'm gonna have to take a picture of this. I'm gonna have to put it in the Discord channel. But
Right.
number one, Snow White. I
Oh.
grew up
I
with
can
shit
see
watching
that.
movie.
Yeah.
I watched that movie like so much as a kid. Even to this day, I still watch it so much.
I
And
still.
I am such a fan. I'm gonna say right now, I am such a fanboy of the Evil Queen. When Disney announced they were releasing products to do with the Evil Queen's castle and Snow White's 80th anniversary, I ran out and got the Snow White journal that looks like the storybook from the movie.
Oh,
God,
nice.
have you read the Evil Queen version of like Neil Gaiman's Snow White? Like,
Yeah,
have you read that?
she's messed up.
Yeah, she fucking is. I read it. I just read it yesterday. I was so disturbed. Like, this
Or
is not
like
the
the-
Snow White. I don't
or like the-
remember the Snow White. This is so disturbing. Like,
Like the Magic Mirror says it in the kids TV show House of Mouse, the Queen has issues. That's what I'm saying.
That's actually kind of true.
So yeah, I'll take a picture of it. But no, I got the Snow White journal that looks like the storybook. That looks like the storybook from the movie. I'll take a picture and I'll put it in the Discord. And I'll show
Nice.
it. And then I got a journal of the Evil Queen's castle, and then it came with a poster, and it actually shows you the whole castle inside out.
Nice.
So you can see.
Wow,
you
that's
can see
so
the,
cool.
You get to see the Evil
so
Queen's
disturbed.
throne.
One of my
You
friends
get
is
see
still
you get
trying
see
to
all
build
the
that.
bedrooms.
He's building it for his daughter.
Let's see.
Aww.
Yeah, he's been working
Number-
hard on it.
Lovey.
Like he is making it as accurate as he can.
Aww.
Number two, I'd probably have to. This is probably for some people, but I'll be honest. Lilo and Stitch.
Oh,
I
nice.
can see that. I can very much see
Lilo and
that.
Stitch enough.
Oh, Hana means fan.
Because it's like, Stitch, even though he was an alien, he has some of the best lines for his language when he did try to speak
He
English.
does.
It's so hilarious. You just love Stitch. You just wanted to hug him. Especially when he had that final fight at the end with the punch buggy.
Oh my
And
God.
I just the other day, I said that to my friend, I'm like, somebody said punch buggy, I'm like, Stitch was like, punch buggy, no punch bags.
Wow. That was
And I
so
creeped my friend out. He's like,
Yeah.
what the hell?
I don't know. But
Third
can I do
favorite?
that voice? I don't know. I'm gonna try. Bounce, bounce!
Wow. Wow. That was fucking crazy.
What? Did I actually do
Yes,
pretty
you
good?
did. You did really well.
Wow. It's more like I have to really curl up my freaking tongue when I do that, and it's like, bounce, bounce! What?
Sounds like you're trying to take a crap.
Luckily enough,
being
no.
nice.
I'm just literally curling up my tongue and trying to make it more like a lump, so I can actually try to project that high pitched sound. It's
I'm
not
surprised
easy.
you didn't say
I don't know.
Hunchback of Notre
I'll be
Dame or
honest.
Hercules.
Oh, that one's
don't know if
definitely in
you're
top
gonna count
10.
this for-
It's like I said, those ones I appreciate because they actually push forward a lot of things that most other films weren't trying.
Right.
Oh, sorry, now for number three, I don't know if you would count this, but I kind of say you can, and that's got to be the Simpsons movie. Because technically Disney owns Fox and all that, and so technically, in a way,
The
you
reason
can
why,
kinda say
hold on. Here's the thing, though.
that
The
does
reason,
count.
the reason why it doesn't count is because it was made before Disney got them.
That's true. But, okay, if I have to go for number three, probably either Sleeping Beauty or 101 Dalmatians. 'Cause who doesn't like Cruella just wanting a new fur coat?
God, I love Cruella DeVille. She is the
All she-
biggest psycho
all she
bitch
wants-
there ever was. Seriously, she names off several ways to murder the puppies.
She is terrifying. She's terrifying.
She is the best. She's an
Beating,
ultimate
slice them
terrifying.
up, chloroform.
That's crazy.
I don't
She's
care
the
how
most
you
human villain of
put
all.
down these little ingrates, but do it!
And you know,
That's
the
what
whole
She's the
film has
most.
a really
She's
unique
the
look
most
about
realistic
it,
for our time because as far as the villains go, like I feel like puppy furs and that kind of, I don't know.
That's one hell of an
That's
obsession.
like-
where it's
Yeah,
going
I
still.
All she wanted was a fur coat because she was in love with fur. She had that
Yeah.
insanity.
That is, yeah.
too. Did you see the live action one yet? We haven't seen it.
Oh god, I love the
No,
live
not
action
yet.
one.
I have heard good things about it.
I have too.
Glenn
It's
Close
great.
is the villain.
We haven't seen it.
I love the actress
She is
who
an
plays
amazing Cruella DeVille.
Is she?
Yes, she is.
No,
She-
no. I thought that what's her name? Is it Emma? Emma Stone?
Nope. Glenn
But
Close.
so's Cruella.
love Emma Stone. She's amazing.
She is. I love
Glenn
her.
Close did the original live action 101 Dalmatians.
Well,
Oh,
she's
no,
still
you're talking
amazing,
about-
too.
okay,
She's
so-
amazing too.
You're talking about the first live action where Glenn Close was Cruella. She was excellent.
She's
You're right.
amazing.
She's scary. But I'm talking about the brand new one that's come out with Emma Stone.
Really?
It's like Cruella's origin
Yeah.
story.
Oh,
Man,
okay.
she's
Well, we
been a
will watch
fucking
it this
badass.
weekend,
Like,
Mr.
she's
Retro,
awesome.
because it looks epic. It really does.
All right.
And Cruella looks epic. Man, she's fucking sexy and awesome.
Sorry, no, number 4 would be Little Mermaid, because who doesn't like Ursula, the drama queen, just
Oh
wanting...
my god.
Okay,
I love
for
her
as
so
much
much.
as I don't like that film, I do love Ursula. She's awesome.
Drama
come
queen.
on.
She's a badass bad guy.
Not to mention the way she dies is amazing.
It is pretty brutal.
Yeah.
Getting stabbed with a ship
That
and then
is-
electrocuted
And
and then
No.
drown.
She's very unique looking too.
you gotta
Yeah.
remember, too, like she tells us, don't underestimate the importance of body language. In
Yeah.
this day and age, you can't underestimate that nowadays.
Actually, that's kind of true. Actually, so that really does help.
So she kind of gave us a warning. And number 5, Pocahontas. It's like...
No,
you just-
no.
Oh.
Fuck that movie. That movie's horrible.
No, this was... I'll say now, I liked it because it was before Mel Gibson descended into insanity and madness, back when he was a decent actor. It's like, this is when he was
Okay.
good. And it's like, plus, Vanessa Williams did a good job singing Colors of the Wind.
Oh, I love that song.
And plus,
Okay.
who doesn't like Miko the Raccoon? Come on.
Oh, he is adorable.
Okay.
He is
You just
Here's
wanna hug
here's
him.
several problems I think about this film.
Phoenix,
One,
we do
the
love
villain
you.
is absolute trash. One of the worst Disney villains of all time. He is not even worth the salt on the freaking earth. Second, of course, is the acting. The acting is absolutely dull. I could literally sleep through this movie for how boring it is.
Well,
And here's the thing, out of all the musical notes and the songs, Colors of the Wind is barely good. It's the only good song in the film. That's it.
Blasphemy.
Everything else is just bad.
I just threw up in my mouth
And
a
also,
little bit.
the story itself completely destroys the original tale.
They really should probably not have
They
touched
botched
on
it.
such a very intensely delicate story. They probably should not have
It was
gone there.
it was such a bomb that it started the Disney downfall.
Well,
Again!
They just shouldn't have done it, or they should have respected the actual truth of the story.
Exactly.
And tried to share it with people
That's
to enlighten them, as opposed to sugar washing it and making it some cutesy sort of.
exactly.
Yeah.
First of all, and here's the thing.
I don't think they wanted to emphasize about an 18-year-old girl dying from
Right.
the Europeans trying to settle it in North
Yeah, but
America.
that was but here's the thing. She didn't die until she got to England. In the actual historical
I
text,
remember
she was brought to England and she
I-
died there.
Right. They
Okay,
shouldn't.
hey,
They really
Jesus.
just shouldn't
Let's just-
have gone
let's just-
there. You know.
Yeah, I could-
Unless they were going to try to do something like more.
Because
You know
they're
what?
never-
Like in
you could've-
the what is that called? The Night at the Museum. You know how
Mhm.
isn't that the
Oh
the
my
gal
god,
that
I love that
originally-
movie. We just watched that last night.
Yeah.
You know, they do like they could have done that sort of an origin story.
That
or
would be a little bit-
Or
yeah.
Hiawatha would have
At least
been
with
an
her,
excellent.
at least with
Native
that movie,
American story.
they gave respect to the character.
Right.
Where in the
Yeah, okay.
original
That
animated
movie
movie,
is awesome.
it was
Okay,
basically
I
a big,
can't-
huge fuck
I
you
don't
to the
wanna
audience.
interrupt. I'm sorry to interrupt. We just last night watched Night at the Museum with Xander, and he loved it. Like, he
Oh, yeah.
loved the historical value from all those places.
Right.
Like, it was amazing, and it was the first time, and I'm so glad that that's a movie that's out for him to watch, because it has, oh man, it has so much historical value.
Oh yeah.
Not just what you're talking about. It has like political, like amazing historical, like entertainment value.
Right.
So I love that he loves that. Like Xander loves art, and he's super into Mona Lisa and all the other stuff. So I feel like this was just like, oh my god, this art came to life for you. This is amazing. So.
All right. Here's the next question.
Yeah.
Next question is.
We could have been a Mommy Smartass instead of a Bambi. Could have made
True.
everyone cry, you know.
Oh man, Bambi.
Okay.
So remember, I could have put that in my list, but I didn't.
Yeah, that's a scene that a lot of kids cried.
I don't want to talk about it.
Bambi's
I don't wanna
mother
talk
dies
about
from a gunshot wound. But hey, at least her death was quick. You gotta admit that. It could have been very painful, like Mufasa, who got trampled to death.
It was quick. Okay, hold on. Mufasa was very...
Mufasa got trampled to
awful.
death, alive,
Yes.
while he's being crushed
No,
by
okay.
a horde of
It's not
rampaging
less, Okay,
wildebeest.
stop it. It's not any less tragic. Bambi was still tragic.
It was very tragic.
And
Yeah, of course
Mufasa
it's
was
tragic,
also
but at least-
tragic. It was like you can't compare the two. They're both tragic. So
Yeah, but here's the thing.
No.
At least Bambi's mom was a quick death. It was a gunshot
No.
right through the spine, ending her.
Wow. You really just
Oh,
said
wow.
that.
I had
Okay.
to-
You're not going to. You're not like. Oh, man, there was more to it than that. That was a brutal
Yes.
death for Bambi. Like,
yeah, I know that.
His mom, like.
I just think that it was just
No.
betterly done in freaking Lion King in this case.
It was that haunts you
Okay.
for the rest of your
Not to
life.
mention,
Yeah.
in Bambi,
I
you
feel
didn't
like
see the body.
You are missing
In
the
Lion King,
details.
you
are
saw
missing the
Mufasa's
fucking
dead body.
details.
Yeah, that was dark.
Okay, you're moving on to the major storyline of different stuff. You're missing the details of like old stories that like Bambi is hard to deal
No,
with. You
and-
stop talking
okay,
about Lion
okay.
King.
Here's the thing.
We
How did he
are
recover
sad
so
about
quickly from
Bambi
his mother's
still.
death?
We're sad about Bambi. Stop it.
Okay.
All right,
Well, open a can
let's
of
just go on.
worms and started a fire.
Can we
We're all
literally just
getting
go on to the
very
next question,
emotional.
please?
We're getting so emotional.
Yes.
Sorry,
Alright.
Mr. Retro. Sorry.
Okay,
All right, here we
fine.
go.
I'm sorry.
What are your top 3 favorite soundtracks from Disney films? Oh, God bless it. Not including Pixar and live-action films. Okay. So,
Oh,
top,
God.
top 3 favorites. That's really hard. There are...
soundtracks?
Yeah, soundtracks. One of them is
my
definitely
God,
Hercules.
That is
Yes.
really hard.
That's
actually.
not going to change. Hercules will have my favorite
It's
soundtrack of all
easy.
time.
That's excellent.
Too easy to answer this.
I don't know about... For as much as I do like The Lion King, even some of those songs get annoying after a while. Like,
Oh,
I
wow.
Can't Wait to Be King.
Yeah,
Can You Feel
no,
the
I know.
Love Tonight?
Okay, I get that.
I like the Elton
Also,
John version,
like,
not the movie version.
Wow. I
You
still
have
have the
to.
soundtrack
No,
on
you have to
cassette.
embrace the different versions. Like, we
No,
need the other versions of the songs.
no.
Like,
Elton John made his own version at the same time the movie was made, so you can't make that
Yeah,
argument.
he did make a radio edit version of it.
Yeah,
for-
not to mention
yeah.
he's the one who
well,
wrote
no,
the
I know.
song.
We need
I
the
have
other
the soundtrack
songs.
still.
We need Aladdin. We need Beauty and the Beast. We need Little Mermaid. We need all those hits.
Let me
Like,
see. Actually,
Kiss the Girl and all the other
Hold
stuff
on.
to listen to on the
but
radio.
yeah,
like,
one
I don't know.
one definitely Hercules. Second, is actually gonna be Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, but that's not technically an animated. I thought
Yeah,
you
it
were doing
is.
Cartoon.
It's animated.
No,
By
but
Disney,
it's
it
like
was made.
claymation, isn't it?
Okay,
Stop
okay,
motion.
wait, let's
Stop
talk.
motion.
That was widely.
But yeah, I
like,
guess that would make
glazed
sense.
over
So yeah,
because
we'll
of
go
who
with
it
that.
was. Like, okay, so when
That's
I was
not
a
even
kid,
like a question.
like, okay, listen, my Grammy used to take us to online movies. Like, Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, Little Mermaid, she was all about that. When Nightmare Before Christmas came out, like, both her and my mom was like, what the F is this? Like, it wasn't
I love Tim
traditional.
Burton.
They didn't
I
take us to
fucking
see
love
it.
him.
Like,
I'm
they
glad for
didn't
him.
want us to let it see us. Like, man, we had to fight to see it later on. It was still an amazing movie, but it was very traditional from, like, the regular, like, Disney movies, so it was different. Like, we had to, like, convince our parents to let us see this movie. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
When it
it was
comes
a good
down
time.
to Mulan.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
That one had a great
oh
soundtrack.
my god, that was an amazing
That's what
movie.
it- yeah.
And for the third one is Princess and the Frog for me. That one had a really amazing soundtrack. I love the style of the jazz
yeah.
that's over for Louisiana at the time period it was in. Oh god, jazz music was so
Yeah.
good.
Right.
But also, that was a huge different story. Like, I grew up with The Princess and the Frog, and, like, it was a fairy tale, and, like, the frog had to be brought to life, and, like, the princess was not, like, I don't know, like, the Disney version was totally different, like, super amazing. Like, I couldn't believe it. Like, I believe in the Disney version rather than what I grew up on, because it was,
Alright.
like, very, I don't know.
Alright, so what would be your alright, so we'll start with Phoenix Fire. What would be your top 3 favorite Disney soundtracks, not including Pixar or live action?
Again, number 1, Snow White. I can't help it. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. I actually still I
I'm
could
always
still
gonna love Snow White.
I can still hear the lyrics of the dwarf song in my head right now.
And
Hi-ho, it's
Well, I'm not
off
gonna
to
lie.
work we go.
whenever-
God bless it,
whenever
how
when
the
chores
world.
around the house, I put on whistle while you work. I'm not gonna lie.
So what would be your number 2 and 3 then?
Well, I guess it's live action, but it's also animated. But you'd have to take Who Framed Roger Rabbit because that's a Disney movie people don't really talk about.
That is actually, yeah. Why don't people talk about this movie?
One of the best movies ever made. Yeah.
It's very hidden. I love Roger Rabbit. There's a ride in Disneyland that's actually
It's
super
totally
amazing. Like,
It is
oh my
the
god,
greatest
Jessica
film.
Rabbit. Jessica Rabbit
it's
is
not-
almost like the sex symbol for all the Disney ladies like going for it.
We're not
Okay,
allowed- we're not allowed
for
live
what it's
action.
worth, that character dropped a lot of balls back in the day.
Who, Jessica Rabbit?
Yes.
She's amazing.
Good. But however, here's the thing though. She wasn't just a one-off note. She actually had character development in the story. Which is
She
more
did.
than
She did.
so she was more than just a sex symbol. She actually acted like a real person.
But also, she had character development, but she also was mainly looked at as a sex symbol.
Yeah,
Like,
but
even
at the
going
same
forward,
time,
all these years, like if you think about it, like just look at like Roger Rabbit's like everything from now. Jessica
Yeah.
Rabbit, she's still a sex symbol. She's amazing. She's beautiful. Like that's how she is. But she is kind of like she's kind of one of the breakout sex symbols. Like
Yeah.
for
but at the
anything.
same time, I also really love the romance between Jessica and Roger.
Oh,
Holy
yeah.
hell.
Oh my god, it's amazing.
That is the most pure
Yeah.
damn romance
just-
I've ever seen in
Yeah.
my life.
Because
just
he was
makes
just
me
a
laugh.
rabbit. He didn't mean
Oh.
anything. He was, yeah, it was amazing. I love that
Oh.
romance too.
They
So
actually
they're
feel like
so
a married
great.
couple.
They do.
Which is like,
Yeah.
So cute. So beautiful.
what? How does that work?
It does. It does.
And honestly,
Oh
I
my
think in
God.
a way, I can understand how their relationship worked. They like, for one thing, she's in her own words, I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way.
Bang.
Where
Yep.
for Roger's
God.
case, he's everything she isn't. And again,
So, okay,
she's
Mr.
everything
Ingot.
he isn't.
Mr. Ingot's family is super into Roger Rabbit and Jessica. In their spare bathroom, they have a whole painted Jessica Rabbit, like saying that.
Wow.
Like, I'm not
Please.
evil. I'm just drawn in that. Like, it is
Please
amazing.
take a
Like,
picture of
his
it
mom,
next time you go.
His mom is such a great artist.
Wow.
It's great. Like, just
Damn.
to see that.
Please,
Like,
please take a
I'd like to
picture.
see her artwork.
I want to see it.
I
Um,
know we should.
But
Maybe I could take
yeah.
a picture and I'll show you guys.
Plan. But like I say, you say we're not allowed to do live action, so that doesn't really count. But it does
Right,
have
we can't-
yeah,
animation in it.
unfortunately,
'Cause
which
it's
is
a
sad.
mix. It's a mix.
We really
Okay,
should
number
review
two,
that
alright.
movie.
I would
You know what?
do
We
that
can do
in a
it.
second.
Don't listen to them. We'll do what we want, bro.
That's true.
Very funny.
As long as
Yeah.
it's
Actually, wait a
over.
minute. You know what? We'll let that slide because it does have more animation, and unlike Mary Poppins, which is mostly live action, this one has a mixture of live action and animation, and it deserves to count.
Yeah.
Another thing too, you have to remember, it was the first crossover, actually the only crossover between Warner Brothers and Disney.
Oh
Right,
Jesus!
right.
That was huge back in the day. No
Hell
one
yeah.
ever thought that they would ever see Mickey Mouse and Bugs Bunny on the same screen.
No, that's
Yeah, and
huge.
Donald Duck.
Also,
Now,
Mickey Mouse was
yeah,
kind of a
Donald Duck
dick.
doing-
Remember when he literally gave him a tire for a parachute,
That was funny.
and he was literally laughing. Uh-huh. Whoops.
You know what? We could do that with
Yeah,
Cool World.
you stinker.
We could do it with Cool World because it's the same concept.
Cool World is one of those films that I wish if they would have just went with
The
Ralph
original.
Bakshi's original script, it would have been one of the best movies, and it would have topped
Right.
Roger Rabbit. But
they're
unfortunately,
both-
it didn't.
They're both in the same genre though. And
Yeah,
that's live action.
live
and
action
animation.
with animation.
Did
And you know what's funny? They had so many other cameos they wanted for, what's it called, Roger Rabbit, but they couldn't get the permission to do it. Like, they
Unfortunately.
wanted Woody Woodpecker.
Oh.
They said no.
I'm sure
There's
he
so
would have
many people
had
they
some
wanted,
excellent
but
innuendo.
they wouldn't allow it.
Considering that Woody Woodpecker literally is hyped up as hell.
That
Right.
would have been funny though.
Did
Woody Woodpecker meet a
Phoenix
Disney
say his
character?
third movie?
That would have been hilarious.
Yeah, but which Disney character would he meet, though? He would have to find someone who honestly was just as insane as he was. Disney doesn't have that many back in the day.
Or Hyper.
Or maybe, like, Cheshire Cat,
We
maybe.
have to look at.
That could work.
That could work.
No, that is a possibility.
But, yeah. Actually, the next question is about Roger Rabbit. Why do you think you guys... But actually, first of all, before we continue though, let's talk about her top 3.
And I'll start at
Please.
number 3.
Yeah, what's your number 3?
You didn't
My
finish.
number 3 will be Little Mermaid, so you know.
All right,
What is it?
Little Mermaid.
Oh,
number 3.
okay.
All right, what about yours?
I do have to agree with Inga. It's like Aladdin, Little Mermaid, and Beauty and the Beast are the top 3 because those are like from my childhood. But I want to give props to the Robin Hood animated film. That's really unique and beautiful.
Animated by Don Bluth, by the way.
Right. It's totally unique. And the Goofy movie, the soundtrack
Oh, yeah.
to that, like I have so much merch from that film. And
Anything by Don Bluth is like amazing.
right.
That's where we grew up.
And
And
the thing about the Goofy movie, Goofy finally got out of Mickey's shadow and finally got his time in the spotlight.
Right.
Okay, hang on. Does anyone
It's
not know the
cartoon.
golden age of Goofy?
We are mad into
There's
the
some
golden age of
amazing
Goofy.
cartoon
And-
though
Okay,
with like Jack
stop
Kinney.
it. We love Goofy, but we also love Don Bluth, so sorry, bro.
But I also have to give credit to the Winnie the Pooh movie. You know the Effalumps and Woozles? That totally
Oh.
fucked me up when I was little. That song.
Really?
Is
I
like-
thought that was fun.
it's so disturbing.
I didn't think that was disturbing at all. I thought it was
It's
pretty
like a
cool.
nightmare. It's Pooh's nightmare.
I had full-on nightmares from watching the scene where Snow White was going through the forest.
Oh yeah, that is dark. That is dark.
And those are amazing
Or
stories.
I don't know, possibly one of the most graphic
them on.
villain deaths I've ever seen.
Tarzan.
Freaking Clayton getting hung.
Right. That was dark.
Clayton. Sorry.
I'm not even joking though. That was all right. Actually, we have 2 more
I'm
questions.
sorry. I love Tarzan and all the extras. I love.
God,
that
why didn't I
movie.
think of
And
Tarzan
Phil
on my
Collins.
list? Damn it.
We should have given a shout out to that movie for its soundtrack. That was epic.
Oh yeah. All right. Before we continue on, we are gonna do another question. Actually, we'll skip that one since we basically were talking about Roger Rabbit. This one, and we will do a full-on review one of these days. I'm hoping very soon. And this one is was pretty interesting. What do you guys think are your top 5 favorite villain deaths?
Wow.
Yeah, this one was very interesting.
That's hard.
Because there's some really good villain deaths. And this is
Go ahead.
including Disney, Pixar, live action. All of it counts.
All of it? Wow.
Disney, Pixar.
Well, what are
and all that.
yours? Tell us yours first.
Well, for one thing, I do love Maleficent's death.
Oh, that's
Funny fact, you know the Maleficent's death scream is actually the evil queen scream from Snow White? They reused that?
Yep,
Did
they
you know
did.
that?
They reused a lot of animation and voice clips for the, mainly because it was just so damn perfect of a
That
scream.
scream was amazing.
That scream was
Man,
amazing. Well done. Mainly because, yes, it's the first time you really get to see blood in a Disney film. Because she's actually bleeding when she got stabbed. And the reason why is also just how hilarious she decides to die is try to charge after him, and he does the ultimate move of jump to the side and let her fall.
That's crazy.
It's pretty freaking. It's actually, even though it is funny of how it officially ends, but just how dark it got with the actual blood and gore was pretty impressive, especially for a Disney film at the time. For number 4 on my list, it's got to go to, oh, shoot. I don't really know if I would put that on there. It's either going to be Gaston or Scar.
Yeah.
Because Scar's, he was eaten alive by hyenas.
It's gross.
It's graphic and it's
Manipulation came
horrifying.
back- Scar's manipulation came back to bite him in the ass in the end.
Pretty much, and they actually did start biting him in the ass. But first they went for his throat, of course. But the other reason why is that Gaston's was also kind of another one where he kind of had his comeuppance.
That's shocking too.
Because here's the thing. He could have walked away.
He could have, but he wouldn't stop.
But when he saw those two just fawning over each other, he went ballistic. Stabbed
Fawning
him,
over each other.
let go of the freaking ledge. I'm like, really, dude? Did you really just do that? And then, of course, he fell down. And if you guys are wondering if he survived that, remember, in the movie, they actually gave him skull and crossbones on his
In his
on his
eyeballs.
pupils.
Yeah.
So you know he's
You'll
dead.
look to see that. You'll look supposed to see it. If you blink, you'll miss it.
Yeah, you'll miss it if you blink.
Does McLeach get killed? I can't
Cleach, who's that
From
again?
The Rescuers Down Under.
Yes, he dies.
That one
Falls
that
off.
one-
Falls.
Off the cliff,
It's
right?
like, okay.
No,
oh my
falls
God.
off a waterfall.
Okay,
Oh, that's
listen.
it. Okay.
That's Sanders' favorite bad guy. He loves a kidnapper. He likes to be kidnapped by McLeach, and I'm sorry. I don't even have a good end game. He just likes the bad guy in that scenario.
Well, he plays
stop it.
Well, he does a really good villain though.
Right. He does.
He
He's
does,
scary.
but
He freaks
still,
me out.
why the hell is my son into villains? What the heck? No.
Hey,
He's ambitious.
maybe.
Very ambitious.
The villain in Genghis Khan, is it Genghis
Oh,
Khan?
Shan Yu.
Shan Yu, yeah. In Mulan.
His was a pretty impressive death.
And he's very interesting.
Basically,
looking,
he
too.
launched it. He got launched from a firework launched at him,
Right.
right into a tower of fireworks, and blows
Blown
up.
Blown to
Basically,
bits.
explosions and fire. Honestly, that'd be one hell of a way to go out, though. Go out in a blaze of glory, or in this case, a blaze of failure. Let me see another villain death, and I wouldn't know if I really consider this a death. Hades. Getting dragged into that pool of infinite despair.
Oh my god. Okay, so
Dark.
I love the game Hades. You could beat it over and over again. There is oh my god, I can't. I don't have enough good things to say about that game. That's an amazing game.
I'll have
Hades
to
is an
review that
amazing
one of these
game.
days when I get it.
Yeah, you should.
Let me see. Another death that, again, like I mentioned before, Clayton. That one
That's
was
shocking.
horrifying.
That was shocking.
I was like, Jesus, Disney!
Can't believe I just saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Disney film. Yeah, for kids! And then you see a guy hung.
That's the shadow is the really dark. The one
Yeah,
that
they
really
got
gets
away
you.
with that one by just showing the shadow, which is already enough pretty graphic in and of itself.
Right.
Let me see. What other villain deaths? There was the villain from Up, but I think again, himself, he kind of brought that on himself. Then there was
I like the female villain in The Rescuers, but I don't think she gets killed, does she? Or does she get eaten by crocodiles? I can't remember. The redhead?
No, Bianca.
No,
Bianca is great. Stop it.
no, the villain in the villain in there, not the mouse.
Yeah, no, the redhead.
The redhead with the
in the
red
first
dress.
Rescuers?
I forgot what her
Madam
name
Medusa.
was. Wait, what?
Madam Medusa or something like that, I think it is.
I think so.
She
yeah.
was pretty cool. She was crazy.
She did not
She's the
die.
one with the
No.
She
first
did not
one.
die.
Well, or at least I don't know. There's a good chance she's
Can't
dead
remember.
from losing her grip and getting eaten by her own crocs. So
Queen Mab gets killed though, right?
What?
And the Sword in the Stone, Queen Mab. Does she get killed?
she never shows up in the movie.
Yes, she does. She has.
Oh
beautiful
no!
purple hair.
She gets sick.
She gets. Oh, that's right. Okay,
Yeah.
see, I haven't.
You
seen...
can tell I've watched a lot of Disney films. I remember a lot of them. Let me see. Villain deaths I know of. Well, one of them is definitely. Oh God, the Queen. She dies horribly. For one thing, she get a lightning bolt hits the side of the cliff. She falls down.
Oh yeah, in Snow White.
If she does survive, she has broken bones everywhere. She's pretty much not going anywhere. But to top it all off, a boulder then comes over and crushes her. And if that doesn't finish her off, the fucking vultures will.
Right. It was dark.
Honestly, she kind of deserved it for what she did, so...
It's interesting how Disney sort of fluctuates and how far they will take the villainy and their death scenes and stuff and their comeuppance throughout their evolution as a studio. It's interesting how it's not consistent at all. It comes and goes. Is how
True
far
enough.
they'll go.
Yeah, like in, let me see, what other villain deaths do I remember?
You know what death was pretty cool? Dr. Facilitas.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
that was harsh!
Wait,
It was,
Even for a voodoo doctor, he did not deserve to die the way he did.
it was brutal.
Getting dragged into hell.
but it's funny, the way he died, this is funny. It kind of reminds me of the movie Ghost with Patrick Swayze and
Yeah.
Demi Moore.
Oh
Because
yeah,
that's how-
totally.
That's how that villain died. He got killed by a window, but the boogeyman in the shadows came to take his soul away, similar to how Dr. Facility got his soul in shadows taken away.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Every time
oh,
I see it, I think of Ghost.
oh, the Horned King.
In what?
In Black Cauldron, getting his skin, muscles, everything in his body being ripped off of him as he's being dragged into the Black Cauldron.
Yeah, that was gross. And scary.
That one was graphic as hell. I loved it. And then, of course, there's Radigan's death. Him is just falling off the clock tower.
Here's an underrated death that not many people talk about, and that's the Little Mermaid 2, Melody's Adventure. Ursula's sister, Morgana.
Oh, yeah! How she was frozen in a block of ice and then sunk into the ocean. She'll never be found again.
Wow. I have not seen the other films.
Yeah, strange. One thing I remember that movie, the way she went out.
That's harsh.
Honestly, she kind of deserved it. She's just as bad as Ursula, if not worse.
What did she do?
Just wait, would you rather be frozen at the bottom of the ocean, or would you rather be impaled in the heart like Ursula?
I think I would rather be dead, because
I would rather be dead.
Is she still alive in that ice cube?
Yeah.
Being tortured forever?
Basically, she's frozen like this.
Yeah, I'd rather be dead.
She can't move.
That's too far.
That's harsh. Let me see. What other deaths do I remember in Disney?
This stream is gonna last for 4 days. It's okay. We're having a good time.
Honestly, yeah. God bless it.
I wouldn't say it's a death, but it's like death. And that's the little boys in Pinocchio when they get turned into jackasses.
Yeah, that's pretty
That's
sad.
not death, but
Punishment.
that's basically
It's not
enslavement.
death,
Yeah.
it kind of is a death because you're going from being a little boy and you're turning into a donkey, so you're losing your humanity.
Yeah,
and you're
but at the
becoming
same
an
time,
animal.
they're still alive.
Yeah, but you
But
can't
you're
express
you're
yourself.
losing your humanity. You're not
can't-
human anymore, so you're kind of saying that's a death as a...
You're like, you're
as a human.
primal.
Actually, that's actually one of those villains who gets away with his crime.
That's true. He doesn't
He
really
does
get-
not get arrested.
Oh.
He does not get caught by the good guys.
That's
He gets
horrible.
away with what he's doing. All those children are doomed for slavery or turned into theme attractions.
That's
You
terrifying.
can still say though. You can still say that is part of a kind of a death because say you're not
It is.
human. no
They're
more,
gonna
you're-
basically
Touche.
die alone.
Touche. That's
Yeah,
that's
I want-
like
I want to
that's
say
worse
that.
than death.
True, that's worse than
because
death.
what if they remember what they once were and now?
Oh,
they'll
they do
never
remember.
leave?
That's the sad
horrible.
part.
That's
No,
horrible.
remember, there's one little boy, his name's Alexander, and he starts crying because he wants to go to his mom, but they won't let him. They whip the shit out of him.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yes, I
like I
remember
said, that I would say that would be a fate worse than death.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I like Hook getting eaten by the crocodile. I got to say.
He doesn't get eaten by the crocodile, surprisingly enough.
In the live action. he
In
does.
the live action one, yes, but not in the animated
He
ones.
just gets kicked out, doesn't he?
More like he's
Neverland?
getting chased by the
out of
thing.
Neverland.
No, he gets chased by the croc.
No, but out of Neverland, right? So he has
No.
to grow old and die.
No, in Return to Neverland, he's still there.
What? Okay, I've never seen that one. I
It's the
didn't know
second
there was
movie.
a
It's actually a
second
pretty
one.
decent sequel.
didn't
Let me
know
see.
there
There was let me see. What other Disney villain deaths have I seen? Actually no. This is actually not actually a death per se, since well they're already dead, but it's actually worse because I saw one of the side characters go out like this, being forgotten
Oh.
in Coco.
Oh, I've never seen that movie. It
In
looks
Coco,
so beautiful.
which the Valley of the Dead is technically based on actual the religious angle of Mexican culture.
Mhm.
The worst thing that can happen to you is being forgotten, because when you're forgotten, you're gone. You don't exist anymore.
So you're like expelled from their heaven? Is that
You're
what
expelled from existence.
Wow, that's harsh.
Because in the land of the dead, you basically, as long as you're remembered by those who lived, as well as, of course, you pass down their stories,
Yeah.
they'll live forever.
In their heaven.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. They'll live in the land of the dead.
Oh.
And they'll always have an option to come back and visit you.
Wow.
But
So like
if no one ever tells your story and the last person who knew you were alive is gone and now dead, you're completely forgotten from forever.
wow.
And you basically go into, they basically call it like I guess the death beyond or something,
Okay.
or I guess the true death,
The true death.
where you're pretty much gone for good.
So they have to have like an altar in their image, and they have
That's
to,
the reason why they
to
have
do their-
altars over
Right.
in Mexico.
Yeah, for the
They-
Dia de los
to
Muertos.
yeah, exactly, to pay
Wow.
respects to those who pass on.
That is really disturbing.
It's disturbing, but it actually is very insightful. Oh, Inga accidentally left the call. Whoops.
I gotta run and I gotta go. But before I go, I don't know if you count this a death, but in a sense, it's kind of like a death. But the death of call it Sid's evil nature in Toy Story. And
Yeah.
he starts to realize he shouldn't be evil to toys. So can you count that as a death?
I would think so, yeah.
I would
If
count
your
that as
hero
a
died-
growth. Sorry.
More like a growth in this
evolution.
case, but yeah, he basically gets strapped onto a garbage truck and is forced to travel.
Yeah, just wondering.
Okay.
But yeah.
I hate to run and leave you guys, but
No worries, man. We're actually going to be ending it.
It was
All right.
nice to see you.
Nice seeing you, man.
I'll be back next weekend
All right, sounds good.
on time.
No worries, man. All right, see you around.
See you guys later.
Bye.
All right, guys, I want to thank you all so much for joining me. I want to thank Ingrid, who unfortunately left. I think she had to do something with her son. I would not be surprised.
Right.
I want to thank, of course, Puginator, who had to leave a little bit early, but thank her for joining as well. I want to thank Billy Pell for joining us as well for this review. It was nice reviewing 2 Robin Williams films. It was really good to do that again. Because last time I did a review on Robin Williams was on someone else's channel, and it was mainly just...
What films
Just-
did you do?
we were mainly talking about Dead Poet Society.
Ah, okay.
It was a pretty good one in my personal...
Masterpiece.
Yeah, it's a really good movie. And one of Robin Williams, in my personal opinion, his best.
Yeah.
That's one that I can say for most films at that point. But still, next week, we're going to be doing, on the 28th, I think. Yeah, the 28th. We're going to be reviewing the Stephen King movies Green Mile and Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, very nice.
2 of my personal favorite Stephen King films of all time. Yes, even more than the It miniseries, even more than what are the other ones? Good lord, he's made so many, it's unbelievable.
It's a long list.
I do like Children of the Corn though,
Oh, that's a
but
fun one.
it's not as good as these 2. And Stand
Right.
By Me is a great one.
Oh,
Like I
yes.
said, there's a lot of good
Oh,
ones
yes.
for Stephen King, but if we're gonna start because we're gonna be doing almost a book theme for September.
Oh, wow.
And we're going to be starting a little bit early in August. And we're going to start with Stephen King. We're going to go on to Tom Clancy. We're going to do it. And we're going to do a few more Stephen King ones afterwards.
Awesome.
Actually, you know what? No, we're not going to do that. We're going to do Tom Clancy first on the 28th. And we'll officially do what I'm going to call Stephen King September. Where we're going to do Stephen King for every review at this point. From Green Mile all the way to Stand By Me, Children of the Corn, It, The Mist. We're going to review them all.
Because we obviously don't like Stephen King very much in this house.
We're dedicating an entire month, Mike.
Because we love him. We love him.
For as much as he made some pretty questionable decisions on some of his film adaptations, including his own direction, there are some that are very good, like Maximum Overdrive I love because of just how over the top that is.
Oh, God. That haunts me.
I love it. It's fun.
It really scared me when I was little.
Oh, trust me, you do not want to see the one where there's cat people and incest.
Oh, no vegetables, no dessert. Yeah, I know.
Fucking shit. But yeah, we're gonna do Stephen King month on September, and of course we have horror that's gonna be happening afterwards. I'm actually really excited for horror theme month for Horror October for the RetroActive's Corner. But yeah, Stephen King September for RetroActive's Corner is gonna be very interesting. We're gonna be doing Tom Clancy's Division 1 and 2 for next week. I'm gonna try to contact my buddies Contraband and Snowing Gecko to join us for that particular review. And maybe I might be able to contact Mace on Fire as well, see if she wants to join us as well. It's going to be really interesting to see how that turns out.
Right on.
Also, if you guys saw on my Discord that we actually just had an announcement that one of our followers, I think his name is... I have to double check on the Discord on my channel here. Give me a second. Yeah, we're going to media here. Yeah, he just posted something here. Yeah, right here. Daniel Hodge just got chosen for a project that is going to be doing with Knights of the Old Republic.
Wow.
And he's voice acting as Candaris, as well as, of course, Darth Malik. I'm actually really excited to see how he does with that particular one. I might even do a review on that series when it's officially finished.
Oh,
that way we
totally.
get a chance to actually check it out and see how it goes. But I'm actually really excited. Also, Daniel Hodge, good luck, buddy. But yeah, I'm actually really excited to see how that goes. But yeah, for tonight, we may be starting a little bit later and we may end it a little early because I'm getting a little exhausted from the reviews I've been doing recently.
You get a little intense sometimes.
Oh my lord, I get drained every time I do these episodes with you guys, and I love
Oh, we love you.
it. Seriously, this is the reason why I have so much fun. Damn it. But yeah, we're gonna be doing Smash Bros. We're not gonna do it for as long because again, I get a little bit drained, especially with how long this episode's lasting. Because good lord, we're already past 4:30, so that's saying a lot. But yeah, we oh, sorry, I had to crack my neck there. We have tonight, of course, Smash Bros. We have tomorrow. We have Roblox from 12 to 2. We have racing. It's gonna be Mario Kart 8. We're gonna do that Monday. We may change it up. If everything goes well, we might be able to do D&D online, mainly just us continuing the D&D session, myself, Jasper, and Rye Guy. And if you guys are wondering if Rune Phantom's going to be joining us, he has a huge project that's coming up at this point, so he will not be able to join us for the foreseeable future on D&D, which is sad, but again, with how he's doing on his project, it sounds like it's going to be a pretty lucrative one, so hopefully he does well on that. And as of course for other future things for D&D, until I get myself a new vehicle that'll allow me to go to my destination and back, we won't be doing live D&D sessions until that happens. I promise you guys, I've been working really hard and trying to find a good vehicle. I promise I'll let you guys know when the time comes when we actually get to do that, and maybe I might even be able to do like a recording and show you guys some footage or photos of the new car again. Hopefully that will happen very soon. On Tuesday we have Mutant Football League, which is basically the horror version of Madden, which I love. It was you guys already know we're still continuing on season mode. We're hoping to try to unlock the 2 teams that I haven't been able to unlock yet. I'm really excited. I'm hoping that if everything goes well, we might win the Super Bowl if we're lucky, or the Mayhem Bowl as it's called. And finally, we have the last one. It's going to be horror. We're going to be doing Resident Evil 4 on PlayStation. I'm actually really excited. I haven't played that game ever since the GameCube, which is a really long time.
A while.
Because, good lord, that's almost over 20 years ago. Jesus God. Almost 20 years ago, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, it's definitely going to be one hell of a ride, personally, so. But, yeah, I will, of course, update the schedule for next week on Thursday, so you guys will get a new schedule of new games that we'll be doing for the channel, as well as, of course, any new updates that will be showing up. Also, one more thing before we end it off for today is that the voting is still on my Discord server, and we're going to be voting for the new genre that's going to be added on Tuesday. If you guys want to, and I'm actually going to show you here, if you go onto our Discord server, you go to announcements, you'll see the vote right here on this bottom tab right here, if you guys can see it. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, if you see it right here, new genre choice for Tuesday, we have adventure, survival, and platformer. Right now, adventure has already gained the lead with 4 votes. And I'm already really excited about that one. It looks like it's going to be fun. It looks like that adventure is going to be the winner, unless you guys start adding more votes on survival or platformer. So, but yeah, if you guys want to put your votes in, you still have time. We still have this week and next Tuesday to announce the winner of the votes. So you have plenty of time to vote. Just remember, next Tuesday we are going to announce the winner. So just to let you know. Also, we are going to be doing, we're also going to do another new RPG. We're going to try to do a brand new character or a brand new RPG on here. I'm thinking we're going to do either Wind Waker or we're going to do the original Ocarina of Time, which I'm already not looking forward to it because I'm actually terrified since I haven't played Ocarina of Time in years. Since I only played a little bit of it for the review, and that was mainly just for fun. Now I actually have to do a full-on playthrough, which is going to be a little bit of a daunting task. Since I only played I'm actually fully completed it since
a while.
Since 1999. So, yeah. Anyway, I hope you all have an amazing day. I'll see you all next time. And this is Mr. Retroactive signing out. Have a great day, everyone.